10-hour intro.
Well, he ain't even started that yet.
Yep. Tragic. But you know he's not recording himself.
I don't know. Check. They'll check right now.
Check, check. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Can I do the goddamn intro?
Oh, No.
No?
I mean... Don't know why you want an intro.
Because it seemed nice and official when I started doing them 24 fucking episodes ago.
It's not established, though.
No?
I don't know, man. After like 5 times, it becomes a habit.
Well, yeah, maybe. Is it?
I don't know how long it is to become a habit. I think it's like a month.
Did you change my name back? Why is my name not showing up in your overlay?
It should be. Showing up fine for me.
On the stream, it's still as deaf as gay.
Oh.
Damn.
They'll have to wait a week then.
Yeah, yep. It'll be a shame if they have to see what you've changed it to now.
Tragic.
How you doing, man?
Oh, mine looks right.
Aaron, how about you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever left, and I'll be right back.
God damn it.
Wait. Hey, it shows up now.
Yeah.
Yep. Looks real nice.
Thank you.
Too
I
bad
did so much.
You butchered the intro, so no one's gonna say it. But
I know.
it's there.
Go ahead and restart it.
It's subliminal, right?
Well, now let's do our intro.
No, fuck off. I'm not
Roll
doing
the intro.
it. No.
Roll the intro.
No.
Run the intro.
Motherfucker, this has been recording for the last 3 minutes. No.
I mean,
it's time.
how do they know who we are?
Well, dude, that's a fucking shame then if they get 24 episodes into this shit.
So first of all, we have no viewers.
One.
This is very much.
That is a lie.
This could be the first time someone comes in.
That is a lie. We have a viewer. 1 single solitary. 2 viewers. So, this is a fantastic night, I'm telling you. Vic, thanks for the fucking
finally hit our
sub.
Back again with our interesting host, Def, or Brian. How you doing, bud?
You call that an intro? You're awful. Awful human beings.
You know what? You're right. You should do it.
No, fuck
Roll
off.
intro. Roll intro.
Fuck off. Fuck off, both
Down
of you.
from Sunnyside, Texas, we have Brian is homosexual. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing very well.
I think this intro works real well.
Both
And I'm
y'all
your host, Ray.
can suck a bag of dicks.
You mean it's Satchel Richards?
You can suck your satchel of Richards. Consume it.
Nice.
I hate both of you.
Love you.
Words cannot describe the things I would do to you.
Oh, that's sexual right there.
Podcast. Oh, he's going to consume our satchel of Richards, bro. We better be careful.
Nice.
I mean, yet, you know, if you really hated us, then why do you keep doing the podcast with us every week after week?
Because I am a masochist. Like, there's no other way to describe it.
Let's make me daddy.
No, that's what I say.
If you were a masochist, you'd play chess against me on stream.
I played chess once on stream ever. It went so badly. You have no idea.
Besides me and Aaron, like constantly pushing you to play Dark Souls, you show all the right signs. You love lore. You're a masochist. Oh my god, just brutal.
Literally, we're screaming, "Play fucking Dark Souls, you hoe!"
And you have all the right qualities.
I mean, and you're a tool. So, I mean, there we go. Do it.
And nothing screams "Spank Me, Daddy" more than Dark Souls.
No.
Yeah. Nothing.
I must have missed that part.
I mean, when you come walking around the corner after being invaded and you see it's a giant dad, you get to piss your pants. Or, you know,
Giant daddy.
a dark feed monster. Dark feed all day. Although
That one didn't come out very well.
Brian's the guy who would die to the naked man who's just punching.
Yes.
No, thorn rolling.
God.
I would find a way.
Oh, there it goes.
No. Brian would be the one that when you run around the corner and see him, gets killed to the NPC right there.
Nice. Hello, Fairtrade. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, and I victory. I have gained a humanity.
Surprise!
I don't feel like I did anything.
No, you can't call us the Murder Hobo Cast. Moon doesn't play D&D.
This is true.
Who's calling us the Murder Hobo Cast?
We're only 2/3 of a Murder Hobo Cast.
Who's calling us the Murder Hobo Cast?
Someone named Dastardly Deviants.
We are the Murder Hobo Cast. Because guess
Wolf.
what? We're gonna force Moon to play D&D.
I don't know how you're gonna do that.
I think you should play with us, Moon. We're looking for a
You
5th
should.
or 6th. I think he found a 5th.
Or a 7. I mean,
Yeah.
or the 10th, you know, because we keep losing people one after another.
No shit,
A
right?
roll for seduction.
Whoever our 6th
What?
is, that
Wait.
one guy, I hope to God he doesn't get to share in the fucking
A
reward.
roll for seduction. 18. Suck my dick.
See, you're already like set for this. I don't know what more you could want. We already get
It
the whole
requires
rolling.
effort. I'm about to just be talked through like every step.
Wolf plays by himself, and he asks questions when he needs them. That's it.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You got a one-up on Wolf. You listen to us play, and you let each other.
I mean, quote unquote, listen to you play. I'm usually doing something to have y'all in the background when I play D&D. I think last podcast was the most I was actually aware of what y'all were doing,
Really?
which just ended up being a pretty good thing because that ended up being one of y'all's actually interesting episodes.
Yeah, we actually did something. It was great. We don't get to do that a whole hell of a lot.
I mean, actually did a lot that last one.
18 is cheap, okay, Vic. Don't undersell me. I ain't some $2 hooker.
5 cents. I'll throw a nickel at you.
You'll throw a nickel at me. I mean, that's more than I can realistically ask for. So
I didn't get anything back.
I like how the beard tickles my balls.
what?
I like how the beard just tickle my balls.
I have no way to follow up with that.
Yeah, you do.
How's your week been, man?
It's been there.
It's been there.
It's I've been existing, that's for sure. I guess Aaron just died.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Do we need to send another cop car to your location, Aaron?
Oh.
No, I've had enough of the cop car. We're done. Thank you. Have a good day. Eat a satchel of Richards.
All I'm saying is if they need it, we now have evidence. I can't fucking talk today. Just fucking kill
So-
me.
No, you-
I sound like an incompetent moron, slightly more than I normally do.
Good boy, you finished that sentence.
This is so fucking hard to talk right now. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
You actually have an audience. The pressure's on.
Yeah, it could be. I'm not used to people actually watching my dumbass.
Oh, Murray just left.
Yep.
No one's actually here now.
Yep. I scared him away. I couldn't put up
No,
with
you
bullshit.
Oh,
We'll put up with your bullshit on the daily.
Oh, that's your mistake, really? It's like not really my problem.
I mean,
I pull up his bullshit like maybe twice a week. And this is today and Thursday. By the way, how many hours of Inquisition have you put in off stream?
2.
Off stream?
Yeah.
Close to 40.
God damn.
Shit ton of things to do in it. What the fuck going for me? I mean, there's not a lot of like actual main quests in these goddamn games. Lots of...
Is Deviant in the Discord? He'll be able to see our topic list.
Yeah.
I don't know. David, I don't know if you have our Discord link. If not, all the topics are in there somewhere. Yeah, I'll drop an invite in chat because I'm such a swell person.
Swell person.
Yeah.
I know you're a swell person.
There's a channel in there for topic ideas. If you want to recommend something, we're all ears. Speaking of topic, shall we get into it?
Sure.
If we must, then we must.
What the fuck does cancer face?
Cancer fuckface.
Okay.
That's the first thing Aaron put in.
Aaron.
What?
The terminal cancer because I played Borderlands 3 early. I named the topic cancer fuckface.
You hoe. That's so rude. I mean, this isn't anything new. I mean, Borderlands 1 had it. Borderlands 2 had it.
Fallout 76 had it.
I mean, Fallout 76 is a joke. I'm talking real games here.
I know. Can you imagine being a terminal patient and fucking play that game early?
You would die. You would get more cancer.
That's the reason why he died.
I mean, you wouldn't understand why you're dying. You're just gonna get more fucking cancer.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff did that. One of the
It's not terribly uncommon.
One kid
It's
got to
really
see the end game
PR.
early, so they'll literally throw anything at him.
I get that, but Gearbox has done this numerous times. They really have. Think about it. There's like every time they've had a character, somebody play it early, that person usually dies before the game's out, and they make a final revision and put them in the game.
Fuck, who is it?
What's his name?
Bethesda does that a lot. Attacking
Bethesda
people
does that, but I mean,
Bethesda's kind of going one step further and making that old lady an NPC. I mean, she's not dying.
Yeah.
She will die, like, probably in the next 5 years.
It is like the most wholesome YouTube channel in existence. It is fantastic.
No, the most wholesome freaking YouTube channel is Oxhorn. I don't care who you are.
He's talking about lore for fun. It's a nice channel, but it's not wholesome.
Have you listened to his other things?
That's not what he's known for, though.
He's like Boogie 2988. He's nice to everybody.
How about Vadi? I never heard any bad news about Vadi.
Vadi's not like going out of his way and talking about things that could affect you in real life, whereas the other two are. You know, Oxhorn will literally, he does his podcast, Scotch and Smoke Rings, and he talks about stuff that needs to be talked about.
That is an excellent name for a podcast, and I kind of wish I thought of it.
And guess what he does? He smokes a cigar and drinks his scotch. It's genius. But I digress.
We name our podcast Pixel Foreplay.
So, if you could get any game early on the result of cancer, what game would you pick?
What game would I pick?
Yeah.
We can't do games that are already out because it seems too much. The games are coming out. How about that?
World of Warcraft 2.
Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be immortal at that point.
Gaben goes through his his email stuff. He like personally sends out emails. So there's been a YouTuber that's been like compiling responses, and by Gaben's words, he says if you're alive for the next 5 years, you should be able to play Half-Life 3. That's not meaning much because it's been like 15 since Half-Life 2.
I mean,
it's been
yeah.
a lot.
Can we please, for
God,
the
it's
love
actually
of
been 15.
God, for the love of God, just give us Diablo 4.
It's rumored that it's gonna be here in BlizzCon or whatever. It's
It's
always
not
rumored.
fucking good. It's been rumored since, we got the Necromancer expansion. The Necromancer expansion was supposed to be Diablo 4.
Yeah. If God, can you imagine if they pull another Diablo Immortal thing?
Can I imagine
the
it?
fucking
Yes.
the fucking fiasco. Is that even out yet?
I don't know, and I don't care to know.
There's gonna be an update on it.
I want to cry. Just give us fucking Diablo 4. Actually, the best had to be the guy who bought playdiablo4.com, and it was a fucking link that took you to Path of Exile's homepage.
Nice.
See, that's
Like,
that's fucking clever. That dude got
It was some foresight. Like, they'll probably buy that website from him eventually. But I know someone like on the Rooster
No,
Teeth
he got in some serious shit for it. Like,
for
it
buying
wasn't
Diablo
the
4.
Diablo 4. Yeah, playdiablo4.com. The reason being and it wasn't so much the developers, because the developer team thought it was a fucking hilarious joke.
I mean, no matter what, it's always gonna be publishers are going to be bitching about it.
There's going to be a legal team
wasn't even
somewhere
the
that's going to
publisher.
jump right down his throat.
It wasn't the publisher, it was the lawyers. The lawyers immediately flipped out on him and made him pull it down. But for a couple of days, when you typed playdiablo4.com, it took you right to Path of Exile, and it was great.
I know Gus from Rooster Teeth back when like Fallout back when Final Fantasy was like at 3 or 4, he would buy like 17, 18, like he went ahead, like that's bought a couple that they had already bought, and eventually they came up to him with like a ludicrous amount, like we'll give you $1,000 for this website, or we'll give you whatever amount like for this website, so they have the IP. Because eventually, in 20 fucking years, we're gonna be at Final Fantasy 30.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Though they're gonna have to change the name.
Mm-mm.
The whole
the
whole Roman numeral thing.
They're at 13, and they already have like half episodes for like a majority of their games. I don't think they're changing shit.
No, I'm just saying like their traditional like naming scheme is Roman numeral, so Final Fantasy XXX. That's not gonna work.
That'll be great. No,
I would buy said game, but
it's called Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah, we know.
What's up?
Yeah, we know the rumor.
It was confirmed. It was their last chance before they lost funding, and the game was a fucking success.
Maybe they just need to keep it like that, just so every game that comes out is gonna be their best.
Oh shit! Right.
I don't know if they joined EA. That's what it's gonna be like.
Good God.
This game better sell, or we're closing you.
Yeah, EA couldn't stand a chance to close Square Enix if they fucking tried. That's the sad part. EA would be like, we're going to close you. Square Enix would be like, how many people want to buy us right now? Yeah, and everybody would be down for it.
I mean, Square's too big for EA to buy.
Square's is damn near its own thing.
It is its own thing. Like,
but I mean...
They are fucking huge.
But I mean, not only would EA fuck it up because, all your weapons would now become loot boxes. Good luck beating freaking Sephiroth with the Buster Sword.
No, if you put like an extra $30, you'll probably just one-shot him. Actually, be able to just pay for a skip him.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, to get your main characters, you gotta pay extra.
That's true. Pay progress. Game's already $60, and it's gonna have an extra $90 battle pass premium thing. Then there's gonna be microtransactions for actual weapons.
And then to cap it all off, to get more than the first act of the story, you gotta pay an extra $150.
Well, that'll be the premium thing.
Well, no, that's the battle pass. The battle pass just gives you access to online, which just means every month you get a random free item.
I heard the battle pass thing for Battlefield 5 was just trash, and the moment it ended, they actually started releasing quality content.
Yeah, actual content once EA is like, fuck it. That does not surprise me in the slightest.
That's the thing. If you look at it, it's after EA says, fuck it, we don't care anymore, that the developers actually care about their game again.
I mean, I'm sure they always care, but it's more of like, I have this ready and go, but I'm not allowed to pull the trigger.
Yeah, lots of ideas they just can't get approved by some corporate board.
So, are you guys going to play Destiny 3 when it comes out?
I got burned too hard in the second Destiny. I'm going to be one of the people that have to wait.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking maybe buying Destiny 2 again once it's like already back at the $60 price.
I mean,
I'm not paying a $300 for that fucking game.
They detached from EA, so I don't. Or
That's why they all detached from EA. That's why I'm like,
but Blizzard, fucking Bungie's not totally innocent. Like
No.
EA is corporate, but
totally innocent. But here's the thing: all the shit that EA puts in is usually the stuff that ends up killing the game. Whereas Bungie's like, here's what we want to do.
To a certain extent, Bungie did its fair share. Like the whole EXP manipulation thing, that was purely Bungie. Like,
I get that.
Like,
but I'm talking the loot removing random fucking loot rolls and things like that. That was not Bungie.
Yeah, I know.
That Bungie, because Bungie still wanted their random rolls on weapons, and then the whole microtransactions wasn't Bungie at all.
Yeah, but Bungie definitely got behind that because they slowed down EXP just so that you would be pushed into it. And that wasn't EA.
That wasn't EA, but at the same time...
Yeah, from what we can tell, the story pacing and the XP grind was all Bungie decisions.
Understandable. The EXP grind makes sense, though. They want you to play longer.
No, it doesn't. At least not how it was at start.
Agreed. Story progression was fine, because it did... Here's the thing. People dog on Destiny 2 about the story. The story was fine! There was a story this time.
Yeah, there actually was a story.
But there was a good story.
Just Destiny 2 was so much reused stuff that was so apparent. Like the first,
Agreed.
Like you bought the game and the first DLC. What, that was like $80 of Destiny 1 content. Of like it's.
I don't know. There was a lot of stuff that was really good in Destiny 2. Albeit, I will agree, a lot of that could have been added in Destiny 1 and just called it good. But a lot of it was nice to have more planets to go to, have, it was a smoother progression in Destiny 2, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really was smoother.
I hope
the
change.
sucked.
I hope in Destiny 3 they make the starter hunter actually fun to play. Like in Destiny 1 and 2, I have the problem where Hunter is just by far my least favorite to play, to the point where I think in the first game and the second game, I delete my Hunter character after I complete him because I'm not going to play his character again.
Really?
Yeah. I just do not like Hunter in that game.
And I use my Hunter as my secondary character. I don't play a fucking Titan at all.
I play main Titan, then Warlock. Well, Warlock is always the fucking main DPS, so I play Titan when I can, but I mean, if you ever need a DPS or you actually have to have a role to do, and you always have to be a Warlock or something. But I'm a defensive player, so usually it's Void, a Titan.
Yeah.
That I usually run around with.
I mean, I'm an aggressive player, so I'm a gunslinger.
Yeah.
I'm a heavy aggressive player, which that screams gunslinger. It really does. All the perks like Chains of Woe and things like that were in Destiny 1 was, I shoot you with my hand cannon and throw my knife at you. You are dead. I moved to the next gun.
Shit, Destiny
And
1, you just
face.
lightning shoulder charge with a Titan and they died.
That was bullshit.
Yeah, it was. I remember anytime I would get tilted, just change the lightning and just win. Simple as that.
I mean, it was, and I mean, to be honest, I hate the fact that they nerfed trip mines so fucking hard.
Those are ones you can throw on the wall and it will like periodically. Okay, yeah.
And they just fucking blow up when you run past them, which it instantly killed somebody. But it made good sense because it was difficult to hide them.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fine when they made it so it didn't, stick to players like it used to, which it shouldn't. But they should have never nerfed the damage it did, because that was your counter to the Titan. The Titan's coming at you. You throw the fucking thing at the wall, run around the corner, and when he comes to try and shoulder charge you, he fucking dies.
And there's about a 50% possibility he takes you with him.
Usually. But that's still better than, I'm dead guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because he ran around the corner and went BAM! And then you got the Warlock.
If anything, Destiny has gameplay. It really has gameplay down. It's usually the story and that type of stuff that it usually lacks in.
Okay, it has combat down without guns. The guns themselves are usually the problem.
To a certain extent, I mean, there's variety, but when you go to multiplayer, there's meta, and that metas are usually really strong. Like I know in Destiny 2, whatever that energy weapon that caused flinch, like if you didn't have that weapon, you lost every fight.
You were talking about the
Pulsar?
Graviton Lance. That was a pulse rifle that shot like a fucking scout rifle.
Yeah.
You're talking about, let's see, it was the Graviton Lance, Uriel's Gift when it first
Uriel's Gift, that was it.
Yeah, an energy auto rifle that stuns you every fucking shot.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? What was the regular one? The Hack-On C or something?
Well, there was a couple of things. Like there was the antidote, which was a
no, it was the fucking SMG.
Yeah, the antidote, which is you get a kill, reload, and that next clip has more damage.
Yeah,
which had stupid DPS. Like you'd put someone down before they could even get half your shield.
Yeah,
I never got that. The entire the 200 hours I had or whatever before I quit in Destiny 2, I never got the antidote. Antiope, whatever.
Yeah, I ran the Antiope. I that one I know I ran. It was the fucking Antiope and Uriel's Gift were the two you'd see everyone using.
Yeah.
Since Antiope was a physical weapon, and Uriel's was a goddamn energy weapon. There was no variety.
So,
like Brian.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, it does. Next topic?
Yeah. Destiny wasn't even on the goddamn topic list.
I mean, my question is, how did we end up on Destiny when we were talking about the cancer kid getting freaking...
who knows?
It would transfer it into games that would give us cancer.
I forgot one thing everyone always ran. Your heavy was always Sins of the Past.
Not always. If you were a hunter, you ran the sword. You straight up ran the sword if you were a hunter. That was your go-to weapon. Because one, you run like Naruto. And two, if I hit you, you die.
I like looking. I went to. By the way, we didn't mention Better Devils. That was also something a lot of people use. I went to this Destiny stats stuff. I'm looking at my characters. That's what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm. There was another one. Was it one in the morgue? No, it's 2 to the morgue, and that's Destiny 2. I mean Destiny 1. It's the other hand cannon that was like Better Devils, but it was the revolver.
It was explosive, wasn't it? Or dude?
Yeah. It did extra damage to something. It wasn't explosive like Better Devils, but it was close. It was those two bounced back and forth for a while.
That's nasty.
And then you had the people who ran that fucking pulse rifle that shot 5 times.
It was the legendary weapon. That's all I remember.
Exotic.
Exotic, yeah. I can never handle that thing. I couldn't aim even slightly good enough for it.
At the crotch. Because the 5-shot burst would put all 5 into their chest from the first bullet, or you aimed at their gut, which put the first round into their chest and the rest into their fucking dome. And then you've got somebody like me who, when the DLCs came out, I ended up getting not the Red Death. What is it? The Crimson hand cannon, and that became my weapon of use for all time at that point, because it's literally Red Death but in the hand cannon. It's cool, you know.
Yeah.
No.
And now my buddy was talking about it. When I do decide to come back, I've got to go get my all-time favorite gun back.
What was the first DLC for Destiny 2 came out? Or what was the name?
I don't remember.
It's the Mars one. That's all I know.
You had Escalation Protocols on it, I think.
Is it Warmind?
No, Warmind was the last one before.
No.
Before what you call it, the big. What is that goddamn expansion called? Before the Taken King. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Osiris?
No.
Oh wait, no, I think that is.
What?
Something is it something with an O? Curse of Osiris, yeah.
Curse of Osiris. Yeah, where you get that's where fucking, what am I thinking about? That's where Crimson came out, was Curse of Osiris. And then the fucking fire bullshit laser that was broken for a month after Curse came out.
So December 5th is when that came out, and I just my last match in Destiny 2 was about a year ago. I thought it was going to be a specific date, but because I can't imagine I stayed too long after that. Maybe a month after that.
What, a Curse?
Yeah. And then I bounced after I finally bounced because me quitting was linked to a clan. We had a whole blowout. It was me and the leader yelling at each other, me getting kicked out. I don't take being bossed around too well.
Noon was a naughty boy, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
I noticed.
Especially when we're doing a raid where we specifically have people who are not who have not done the raid much, so we're training new people, and then he wants to just be like, just get this over with. And like, we're training people. You shouldn't be in this raid if you expect to finish this raid tonight. And was his mentality.
Sounds like a dick.
Yeah.
The raids weren't that hard.
No, but if you've never done the raid before, you still have to train them.
Yeah. God, do you remember Destiny 1 doing...
The only one in Destiny 1 I did was Glass. Because I did the exact same thing in Destiny 1. I quit after the first expansion. Actually, before the first expansion. I never even played an expansion in Destiny 1, I think.
See, I liked Crota. Because Crota was the first raid I soloed myself, while it was still the main raid active.
Dude, speaking of raids, it's actually going to be really good. There's the Division 2 raid. Have you heard any news about it?
It's impossible.
Quote unquote impossible. For PC players, it seems to not be impossible, but for console players, it's like way fucking harder. I think one group has done the raid on console, and it took them 36 hours.
The problem with doing it on console is they keep updating all the controls and everything for our abilities to match PC. Make a patch, PC only, that affects the goddamn controls. Leave console alone. Because on PC, it's click click, and now you've dropped your healing chem launcher, your repair launcher. Whereas on console, if you tap the button and hold it to actually drop it like it's always been, we just pull out the fucking weapon. So now we're sitting there when we need instant healing, we don't get it anymore. We now have to spend an extra 2 or 3 seconds trying to aim the fucking thing at our feet to shoot it. That's fucking lethal.
Does it work if you plug in a keyboard and mouse into your shit? No. Even for PC players, like the quickest time is like 6 hours, which I'm absolutely just like give them a clap for that, for not making a bitch made raid, because that's extremely hard, or that's extremely unnormal for like a AAA game at this point. Like Destiny's really the only AAA game that has brought raids into console gaming, and they fucking go bitch made like at least 75% of the time. And then they only after Outrage will they finally make a good raid.
Although I will admit, the Leviathan was a very good raid.
Which one was that one?
The first one in Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Where you end up fighting, what's his name, the robot at the very end.
Yeah.
That was done very well.
Yeah. I don't know. They went from that to to Osiris one, where literally my clan's first blind playthrough, I thought we're only halfway done, and we were at the end. Yeah. We just did it without ever having a guide. We just figured it out.
I think, isn't that the one where you get shot out of the fucking barrel?
It's the one where at the very end, he's like a giant floating robot thing. You have to get through his shield. There's like 2 people on 3 sides.
Oh yeah,
it's that one.
That's the one you get shot out into space.
Oh, it is. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, you have to avoid rocks and shit.
Yeah, you have to avoid the rocks, and if you fall through all the loops, you get an extra chest. I absolutely loved that one, only because when we first went to do the raid, we land in this fucking barrel, and we're running down the hallway, and I'm like, those are grooves. What are the? That's rifling. We're in a fucking gun barrel. Boom! And shoots you right the fuck out. It was great.
I think the hardest part of that was actually organizing people to jump on the platforms, right? I think that was the hardest part of that entire raid.
Honestly, I didn't really have a problem with that. Follow the leader.
Yeah, but I mean, it's getting to that point where it's like you have to have people who split up and then come back, and it's like,
have you met the average player? Follow the leader is actually ridiculously complicated.
Not for our clan. Our clan was relatively, semi-intelligent. I have to rephrase that.
God, I remember my clan, or my last clan before I quit. They had shit organized. Like you had to go to Google Docs and reserve a spot for a raid, and you had to be there, or whatever. Like pretty much you're promising I will be here this Saturday at 8 o'clock or whatever.
Nice. Sounds like a lot of commitment for me.
Yeah. They just kind of called me up. Hey, you want to raid? No. Come on. No. Please. No.
And this one was like a bigger one. So I mean, like it was literally every single day there was like 3 or 4 raids happening with different people, or maybe the same people going over and over again. But you couldn't really just jump in a raid the day you want to.
See, my big thing was I'd always tell them no numerous times, and then they'd finally say it. You won't have to be on skull duty. Done.
Yeah, that was always skull duty. I didn't mind it. God, the worst part of that skull duty isn't the skulls. It's the fucking fact that there is one robot on the right side that the dude on the right can't shoot and has to rely on the dude in the middle to shoot.
Yep. One Scion. Fucking hated it.
Yeah. Better than that, pretty easy. Especially the dogs. Pretty easy once you got the hang of it.
Oh, dogs are stupid simple.
Yeah.
My favorite was running the track.
Which one was the track?
You have to shoot yours and then shoot when the runners are running, they make their call out and you have to jump through the loops and everybody on the outside has to shoot the right ones.
I think that was a different raid.
No, that's the same raid. If I say middle, the person next to you shoots the bottom one on yours and you shoot the top. And then if I say top,
I remember. Oh, okay. You're talking about like the whole Olympic part.
Yeah,
the gauntlet. That's okay. Yeah. That's where all that went down. We were doing the gauntlet with new players, and he was getting frustrated that the new players weren't getting. I was like, calm down. Like this is you should not expect to actually do this tonight.
Like a good team can take gauntlet in one fucking try.
Yeah. But
you have to learn, hey, remember, shoot yours, shoot theirs, go over, knife the Scion.
If you want to do hard mode, you have to practice just doing yours. You have to be quick enough.
Not really. I mean, remember, you got to shoot yours and then shoot the person next to you.
You don't have to shoot the one next to you. You can purely do your own.
You can.
If you're just quick enough, and what happens if you go on hard mode, it requires you to do your own.
It does.
Shut up, Brian. Sitting here quiet but talking in chat.
Well, what the fuck you want me to say? Like, this is a game I've played
you
30 minutes of. I have nothing to contribute here.
Why did you only play 30 minutes of it?
Because he's a bitch.
I didn't know it. I played it at a friend's place.
Nah, it's just because he's a bitch, man.
And this was the first one. I haven't played the second one at all.
Oh.
Stop being a bitch. Grow the fuck up. Play the game, bro.
Fuck off.
Play good games.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good game.
Eventually.
Yeah, it's just not enough shit.
That's the problem. There wasn't enough.
Yeah. It's very apparent in the first and second game that you were sold half a product. Which is the problem. Which is why I'm not going to buy the third one immediately. Yeah, like, I mean, trick me, or what was it? Trick me once, shame on you. Trick me twice, shame on me. Trick me 3 times, whatever. Fucking.
What happens? Yep. I don't think they're gonna fuck up again.
I know. I hope they don't. I hope they learn their lesson. But I'll wait a week or a month after it comes out, and the people, the reviews better say like, "Oh my god, they totally improved it."
That's the sad part. The reviews said that with Destiny 2 when it first came out, and then 2 weeks later, everybody's like, "Man, there's really not shit to do at the end game."
Yeah. Well, in-game reviews type stuff always take a little bit longer. I remember 76, it took like a week or whatever. Then people were like, yo, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, a week's about... I mean, to be fair, people like halfway through 76 are saying, this shit's boring. And when you hide it behind like an artificial grind, they're like, maybe there's something at the end of all of this bullshit, and there's not.
You know what there was at the end of this bullshit?
More bullshit.
Paywall.
So. I saw it. Hey, Brian, why don't you pick one?
Yeah.
Well, I've been meaning to ask why the fuck there's just a list of random games on the topic list.
You should read it.
Well, I see that they're coming out soon, but why the fuck do I care?
Because we talk about it. If only this was such thing as a topic list.
No.
One.
No, I'm asking why the fuck would that be a topic? Like, none of them, of that entire list, maybe like 2 are shit I would actually care to play.
What are you still talking about?
It's
I
the
mean,
Genesis Mini, yo.
Then, why didn't you put Genesis Mini on that instead of...
I did.
Yeah, it's the
No.
very last one. Literally the very last word.
Well, it looks like another fucking game title. What?
And that's on you.
Well,
It
no.
was my problem. I was trying to do it on a phone, and I had saved the list and accidentally pasted it first.
Well, let's save that. We'll save that bit for later. Just go down. How the fuck do you pronounce this guy's name? Tifu?
I don't know. Sure. Go ahead.
Versus FaZe Clan. You guys know who Tifu is?
His name looked familiar until that was like when I was hearing about this story. It actually looks familiar now because he's one of the most popular Twitch streamers. That's really what it is. I've seen his name in a list.
Yeah, he's a COD streamer who, like, within the last year, like, just went gigantic. Like, the dude blew up out of fucking almost out of nowhere. But, like, he's like a professional. He was a professional Call of Duty player. Now he, streams full time for. And this is a weird thing that, like, esports groups have players signed to them just as, like, streaming personalities. So the issue is
he's the most subscribed Twitch person right now.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like, and the thing is
50,000.
He signed a contract with FaZe Clan to represent them as a streamer.
Yeah.
This was back.
It's about a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago, something like that. It was like back in June or something. And this was about the time where his popularity started to really take off. Like, they signed him for a lot under what he probably was worth. The dude.
You can also make the argument that they're the ones that got him his popularity.
That too. I mean, he now
you could, because his start at his career, the reason people even knew the fuck he was before he got popular is because he played for FaZe Clan. He was,
Yeah. FaZe comes with clout.
Yeah, it does. It is one of the few, like, esports orgs, at least in the United States, that actually has some fucking meaning outside of, idiots like us who dwell in basements and watch fucking competitions. Like me, I don't think either of you two watch esports. But FaZe has a little bit of, like, mainstream appeal. If you ask, like, your average person to name an esports company, odds are
I don't think they'll be able to name. I don't think so. I think
if they could name one, it would either be Optic or FaZe, because they're just.
I think you're thinking way too much. I think gamers in general don't pay attention to esports enough. So I would say a gamer will name FaZe and not even a single other.
Yeah, it's one of
the. A gamer would be able to name Optic, depending on how old said gamer is.
Yeah, Optic came first.
Yeah, Optic.
Yeah, but FaZe is so mainstream. Like FaZe got popular like Modern Warfare 2 type things. Like
so did Optic. Optic came out before them.
Yeah, FaZe only got in popularity because people were tired of the stranglehold Optic had. This is like a decade ago. This is practically ancient history in the esports scene.
If you want to really talk about it, if you ask a gamer to name a couple of, esports teams, they'll name FaZe, they'll name Optic, but another one they might name are like Cloud9.
Yeah, Cloud9, and if they're European, probably Fnatic.
Yeah,
maybe Titan. That's about it.
It really depends on the game. Like, it really depends on the game. Like, anyone who doesn't play League of Legends, I don't expect you to know who SKT are.
Yeah.
But they're just the top team in North Korea.
Long story short, FaZe is massive, and they had this kid signed as a player for a long time, and then when he started to transition to a streaming personality, new contract and all that, and when he signed this new contract, he got a lot bigger for some reason out of the middle of nowhere, and he wanted... the news is coming out today anyways, that he is suing FaZe, because he feels that the contract that he had signed isn't fair and that they have breached it.
How? How did they breach the contract?
They're
saying it was being...
no
the
the story is there's several different clauses in there for like merchandising, for sponsorships, for cut of ad revenue through Twitch, because he's partnered through FaZe, so all of the stuff gets filtered through them.
Yeah.
And he's saying...
I don't think Twitch actually... I think he gets all of his Twitch stuff. They don't get any of that. They get, like, visiting and, like, esports.
He is saying FaZe has a right to all this according to their contract and has been exploiting him because of it. These are his claims. FaZe, for their part, has denied all of this and has said they have clauses where they're entitled to a percentage of, like, merchandising deals that they bring to the personalities. But it's not to the point where it's exploitative. It's, whatever the industry rate is.
The exact percentage that he's claiming, Tfue, whatever, is claiming they take 80%, he takes 20%. FaZe is claiming they only take 20%.
The exact opposite, yes.
The exact opposite. Which is industry standard for anything. Like, actors and all that. There's like this for agents and stuff. Like, that's the industry standard. But here comes the thing. Like, they also saying, like, come out, we've only made $60,000 with Tfue throughout the year, which is extremely low. But which is, I think, where all this comes from, because, like, there's been two sponsorship deals in the last year for the most popular Twitch streamer, and like Ninja's made millions off of sponsorships.
Yeah, I mean,
he's made
Ninja
a fraction of it because of FaZe.
Ninja literally got paid $1 million to play Apex. So you're telling me a guy like Tfue is like right up there in terms of viewers and sub counts isn't getting something similar? I just find it hard to believe. But that's the crux.
Which is what this is probably what it's coming from, because what happens, he also lists like a deal that FaZe turned down that he really wanted or something like that. Like, they're thinking that this is what it's all coming from. But even no matter what, right or wrong, FaZe did drop the ball on him. Like, $60,000 is stupid low. Like, they could easily have made millions from this player.
What FaZe has said, or what their owner has come out and said, is they can take up to 20%, but they've chosen not to take the full percentage. They say FaZe as a brand has only profited $60,000, which is like 1% of what the guy himself has made. They're saying, he's worth like $6 million worth of fucking, money, which I don't doubt, judging by all the other numbers we've seen out there. He's arguing, though, that the fact that the contract says that they could take up to like 80% in certain circumstances, amongst other claims of them like underpaying him and, like you said, canceling deals that he wanted. It's a tricky situation.
That's fucking his fault. He didn't have to. It's his fucking contract. He signed it.
Yeah,
he should fucking deal with it.
He's arguing breach of contract, Aaron. It's not that he's saying the contract.
He's not arguing breach of contract. He's arguing for it's another term, but it's like the contract is way too strict, and that he's led into believing it's more fair than it was when signed.
But here's the false advertising.
Not really, but there is a term.
Yeah, he's saying it was unfair, and he wants out. FaZe, to their credit, have said that they've been trying to renegotiate with him for several months, but for some reason they haven't come to a deal yet, and that's when he dropped the lawsuit. This is seemingly an attempt to just get out of his FaZe contract so he can go sign with a different company, but it's hard to say at the moment because we only really, have like a cursory glance at the details.
No matter what, he's making just a fuckload off of Twitch right now.
I mean, if you believe FaZe's numbers, even at their worst, he is still, worth $1 million.
I mean, here's the thing. I tend to side with FaZe on this.
Yeah, I don't think in this situation, I don't think FaZe is in the wrong.
For
I
most
think this
people,
dude is.
yeah.
FaZe was incompetent, but I don't think they were malicious.
Yeah, once you sort through the details, it seems like he signed a contract and he wanted a better deal and just tried to sue his way out of it. From what we can tell, it seems like a fair split compared to the rest of the industries. If you listen to other players signed to FaZe, other streamers, all of them in CSGO in particular, because it's the one I have the most connection to. Every single player who has ever worked with FaZe has said their contract is fine. They've been handled properly. Even people who would sub in, so they weren't official signees, got treated properly. A couple of his Call of Duty teammates have also said they never had issues with it, but they feel like Tfue had issues with management, which might be the reason for this issue. But
I swear to God, if you leave.
I'll be back.
You skinny dick. God damn it. Get on your phone.
Have Caitlin pick him up.
That's true. Do you not have two more? Yeah. You just bring in the kids. Tell them to shut up and put them in the corner. Yeah, he's gone. Oh my God, he's actually doing it. Thank God.
What?
He's getting on his phone.
What's happening?
Oh, the audio quality much better.
Is it?
Sure. Just don't hold it up to your face.
My phone is about to die, so this might not go very fucking long.
First of all, how dare you being in the tech industry and not have something plugged in to charge 100% of the time?
I am god awful at this, in fact.
We don't know how he passed his test.
I'm actually about to be done with my shit. All I gotta do is write a paper about security, culture, and then I'll be done. Then we can go start looking for jobs in Houston.
Yeah, you didn't do one.
What's up? I can't hear you because all the fucking Brian throwing his phone around.
I said you won't get a job. That's the problem. You've got a degree. You're not getting a job anymore.
That's fun. I'm just going for entry level.
What is yours going to be? An associate's or bachelor's?
It'll be a certificate, so it'll be.
Oh, then you're fucking lucky.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
exactly what they're looking for.
If you'd gone any higher, you would not get a job.
Yeah, I just don't know where to apply to. I've been looking. Here, we're in the town I'm in now. There's literally a single job, but in Houston, my God, it's loaded. Houston, Dallas, are really there's a lot of job offerings that are in there. But
how much should pay?
I'm not really looking to pay, but I haven't really, because I've just kind of been looking at the area and what's available. I haven't been seriously looking, so I haven't really looked at that much detail. More of what the position is and where it's located. It's all I've looked at. Also, been looking at remote data entry just for a side job until I move to Houston.
Yeah.
I need some revenue. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Even it's doing someone's bitch work from across the country.
I need to stop freeloading, motherfucker.
This is true. Technically not freeloading yet. Still paying my own shit, but that money bundle is definitely dwindling.
Definitely dwindling, huh?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have spent $250 on Borderlands 3.
God. I saved up, so anyone doesn't know, I saved up a decent amount of cash. $1,500 to quit my job and do school full time. Which was a good idea. Then the day I quit, a week later, my tags were out and I was speeding. And I got caught by a speed trap, And right there, $500 for my dwindle. So
Rip.
yeah, so it's like I really got kicked in the dick the moment I actually put my plan into progress.
Into
Get
action.
fucked, dude. Like, that's awful.
I know.
Wait a minute. Are we still recording?
I'm recording.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we are.
Good. All right.
Okay. Now, as we were saying, I personally believe he's just. I believe he's being greedy now that he's gotten big.
Yeah. Again, I just think it's incompetence because FaZe only getting 2 deals in a year, they could have gotten more. That's just incompetence. But him being angry and suing over it is just him being greedy.
I don't think it's FaZe being incompetent. I think it's FaZe being FaZe because they've always been good to their players. And I don't necessarily know about their streamers, but their players, they've always been like straight up front with them. They don't really do any shady shit behind their back. They're like, look, this is what we want. This is what we're giving you.
I
Sound
think
good?
he's just throwing shade because in the legal documents, like he even knows that like when he was pressured to move in the house, and then when he did, he got pressured to drink, even though he's 20 years old. Like it's a lot of like smearing. I honestly think he's just mad, and nothing's gonna come out of this, and he's just gonna get kicked out or whatever he's gonna get out.
He had videos on his own personal YouTube of him drinking under the age of 21. The
Yeah.
fucking FaZe plan had nothing to do with that shit.
FaZe even came out and said like that he is a drinker before he even came aboard. But it's just
one
smear.
of those things where it's kind of when you consider
Megatron took you out before you could get past consider.
money.
Oh god. Just restart it.
Oh, God.
See, this is what we deal with you sometimes.
I can understand why.
I think he just quit.
I think he-
I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd mean something if more players were actually doing it, but since he was like the only player to have ever done this, it's kind of like you're good. You want me to start what you're saying?
When you look at all the money that they're throwing out, like it doesn't seem like FaZe to just undercut a guy that badly.
Yeah.
I mean, in CS:GO, they're not even like a top tier team, and they have the most highest played players. Like,
I
I
mean,
think because FaZe is like they're much more likely to pick up newer players. Like if you know someone who's been picked up by C9, usually that person's been active in the community or whatever in that game for at least for a while before C9 ever picks him up. FaZe is like a 13-year-old did really good in Call of Duty, let's grab him.
FaZe has always been the flashy players, though.
Yeah.
Same with Optic. Those two have been the flashy players. Oh, this player is mediocre at the game, but damn, can he quick scope? We're putting him on our team.
this is very odd comparing it to their CS:GO rosters, because Optic's CS:GO team is like utter dog shit, like one of the worst in North America.
I'm really curious I'm kind of curious like why FaZe doesn't have a league team. Because I mean, there's a lot of money in league, or at least there was, especially in its prime. Like, it makes total sense to have a team.
Riot probably just didn't want them.
I don't know. I mean, I think Optic has a team.
They said no to Immortals, so and
But
they're just as big as FaZe. As big as FaZe.
I mean, I don't know. I'm still under the impression that he's just being a fucking tool.
That seems to be our consensus, at least without all the information. He seems to be just trying to worm his way out of it.
Immortals have a LCS. I remember cheering for pretty much Immortals because they brought in like not retired players, but the best players from a bunch of teams that have already left to go do their own shit in the past. It didn't end very well because it turns out if you bring the best players from to a bunch of different teams, it doesn't mean they'll synergize well.
Yeah.
That's pretty
But
much the phase strategy in CS:GO. Like a year and a half ago, they just bought all of the best players and still couldn't make number one.
Sounds about right. Sounds hella right. Yeah. Yeah.
actually, I think the LCS or whatever the league LCS, but didn't something just happen?
See, but at least with like League, your players don't have to mesh real well.
Oh yeah, they do.
No,
Because I mean,
think about it. It's not that they like the one player who has to mesh with everybody is your jungler.
oh no. Your bot lane, your support, and your ADC have to be extremely synergized. That's for sure. Like you might be able to get away with like a unsynergized middle and top lane because they're a solo lane, and they have to like do some synergy with the jungler. But if your bot lane is unsynergized, like if you're because like the way the league meta works is you have a attack damage carry, the ADC, and a support who main job in the first half of the game is just to make this player get ahead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you fuck up that first part and you don't get your ADC ahead, you have two useless players in your team instead of just being one. Let's say like the mid lane or top lane gets behind. So a lot of times you'll see like people who want to tilt an enemy team, they'll gank bot lane a lot because it's more effective to have two useless players than having one useless player on the enemy team.
I get that. But here's the thing. When it comes down to it, all you need to do is have those two players mesh, and your jungler needs to mesh with everybody. That's it.
It's really weird because as it comes down to it's not really even communication because there was a LCS team not even too long ago, probably like 4 years ago, who all spoke different languages and only communicated through the ping system, which is for a game or for a MOBA game is pretty decent. I mean, you can tell people when you're going in, you can tell people to back off, you can tell people I don't know what's here, you can tell people there's a ward here. There's a lot of stuff you can tell with the ping system, and so people you can communicate to people who don't even speak your language. And that team did decent in the LCS or whatever.
That's my point. You don't have to mesh. You just have to work together.
Yeah. But that comes down to synergy. But sometimes it's people you're talking to or whatever, you just don't synergize well with.
Understandable, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying you don't have to majorly synergize. It's not like that is make it or break it. If you can both work, if you do your job, your support's job is to make sure that you get through, right?
Yeah, I mean, keep this person alive,
That's
grab
their
picks
job.
or whatever. Yeah.
If that's their job and they know what they're doing, they're going to do it consistently.
Yeah. The only problem with like League in general is that there's the higher elo you get or the more for pro players, there's just a drastically low amount of support mains. So a lot of times you'll have teams that will sign a player who's not a support main, and they of course they get not dampered, but like hindered by it. But there's nothing they can really do because I mean, this person's a really good player, and he plays other stuff really well, but he's not a support player, so he's doing the best he can.
Yeah.
I think it's like a fraction. I can't remember the exact amount, but it's a point where in the solo queue, like just to play ranked mode, it's rare to have someone who's playing support actually be a support main.
I get that.
That's because it's very hard to climb the ladder as a support because everyone else could carry, but your support can't carry. Your support gets ahead, he just makes other people get slightly ahead, but he's not like other teams or another role where it's like I can carry this game on my own. You have to rely on other people to actually do well if you're a support.
I mean, top lane, that's like playing solo lane. You can carry the whole fucking team.
Yeah.
You literally can if you know what you're doing.
It's a little different now. Like, jungle's really strong now because of some broken stuff. But it always switches. Like sometimes ADCs are stupid good. Sometimes mid lane's stupid good because of assassins. Sometimes jungler's stupid good. It always switches, which is actually what keeps the game interesting. Every 2 weeks there's an update, for better or worse. How often does like CS:GO actually get updated?
It varies massively. Like I couldn't give you an exact number. Like last month they had an update almost every week. Like we had like 5 or 6 updates. And the month prior we didn't.
It stopped after we didn't.
We didn't get an update at all.
I think the last update, CS:GO update that I heard a lot uproar about was when they added that revolver that could just one shot or one clip an entire team.
Probably.
When it came out, at least. By the way, your orb is lighting up, but we can't hear anything.
Who, me?
No, Def.
Oh. Like, wait a minute.
He's just breathing us, Mike. He's just tricking us.
Probably.
I actually finished Banner Saga 3 earlier. Did
I
a
have
full playthrough. Oh, yeah, there you go.
As I was saying, fuck the revolver. But that was like
Revolver.
that was like 3 years ago, but it was still an awful update.
It was nice hearing people bitch about it.
I mean, Valve has this weird tendency with like meta changing, defining things, despite having like a beta build of the game, like a beta branch, a testing batch. They never fucking use it. They just ship the shit straight into the fucking.
Yeah, see, I think everything on League hits the test server before the main server. Like, anytime a new champ comes out, there's already a build for it before it even hits the live server. So people already know how to build it and all that shit.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Hadouken!
So, you're lighting up again, but we're not hearing anything. Try sticking your finger in your butt. Maybe that'll work.
Not. I don't think so.
Oh, now I hear you. Are you just
Sorry,
not talking?
Aaron, how the fuck do you do this every goddamn week? I've been wanting to throw my phone across the goddamn road.
Because actually, so far, you've been much worse than mine normally is.
Yeah, they say that. Aaron's like, it's like every 30 minutes something happens, but yours, it's like every time you try to talk.
Fuck me then.
It's probably just
No.
connection. I like how your beard tickles my my nuts.
Brian has a beard?
Does it not have a little peach fuzz? It's enough to tickle.
I mean, it sounds he's got like
Well, not like a Viking beard or whatever that you got, but
oh,
dude, I'm fucking baby faced. I can't grow anything that's not under my chin. Like my chin downwards is where all my hair grows. I get nothing on the side.
like.
Hate it.
So one of our guys at work keeps calling me Gimli because of my freaking haircut right now.
And my axe.
Exactly.
Is someone supposed to know about?
Motherfucker, have you not seen Lord of the Rings?
Oh, dude, I don't remember all those fucking names. You fucking D&D nerd. You come at me.
No, this fuck off.
I googled it. I remember this character now.
This shit is iconic. To this day, if I were to rank movie trilogies, Lord of the Rings would be up there with the best of them, dude.
Probably.
It really is. I mean,
Next topic. Are we done with fucking esports?
I mean, we're talking about Gimli now. You don't want to talk about that? We go next topic. Aaron, which one do you want to talk about? Take your pick.
I mean, hang on real quick. This is what my haircut looks like. That's to upload today, maybe. Maybe not. Fuck.
Surprise, nothing works.
It's loading.
I'm assuming the picture you sent your cat and you is going to be somewhat similar.
No. I mean, I got a haircut, man.
Look, it's just shorter.
It's because
If
my
this part
freaking
doesn't
brother.
do justice, Aaron is like 5 foot tall.
Fuck you. I am 5'9", motherfucker.
Not as tall as me then. I'm a little bit shorter. My body hit 13 years old, and I, no shit, didn't grow another inch since then.
Here's the sad part. Brian's saying this shit. Brian stands the exact same height as me.
Yeah, I'm like 5'8.5". That's not. We're not tall people by any sort.
So,
No, but that's the thing. Everybody keeps calling me fucking Gimli. I like Ragnar better.
Fucking short with the goddamn Viking beard. All you need is a battle axe and you're set.
Well, and the mohawk going on now. You know?
at least you can grow facial hair. Imagine your build, but without the facial hair.
I will be right back, gentlemen.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
So, Moon, when's your face reveal?
Oh, you won't go and get one. You're not. Actually, you know what? If you go on, I'll send you the camera I require.
You require a specific camera for this.
Oh yeah. Come on, load on my page. All right, I'm gonna send you the link so you don't have to type it in.
Thank God. This mobile shit is awful.
All right, I require this camera.
Fuck you.
I don't understand.
You don't see a problem there.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Hey, it's on sale. You can get $3,000 off.
I'm sorry. Is this how your funds?
You know what? We'll start a GoFundMe. We'll launch.
You should make a plan for the next 50 years. Play $50.
Jesus Christ, dude.
When we do a face reveal, I'm gonna require this. I need good lighting.
Good lighting. So the $100,000 TV camera isn't enough.
No. I require substance.
How about $5 and a 12-pack of beer? That's more within my budget.
I actually fucking hate beer. I've yet to find a beer or a wine that I even slightly enjoy.
I have found one that I like, well, 1.5. And it's because it's not really beer. It's Mike's Hard Lemonade.
That
That shit is
doesn't fucking count. It's a fucking wine cooler.
it is delicious.
I don't
If
count
you look
wine
on,
coolers. Like I've got to find a single beer, and I've tried a lot. I take a
no,
sip, and
because
it's like, this is trash.
if you look on the Mike's bottle, it describes itself as flavored beer, so that's why I qualify it.
Sure, if you really want to fucking stretch a definition.
For straight fucking beer, it all tastes like goddamn piss water. Yeah, I can't stand any of it.
Same. But on the contrary, I like hard liquor.
Oh yeah, I've got fucking whiskey and shit downstairs right now, and amaretto and scotch.
Whiskey, vodka, and moonshine tends to be my go-to.
Vodka is fantastic mixed with orange juice. It's
Yeah,
the best.
screwdriver.
Yes, I
That's
love
because
it.
he's a bitch. Drink vodka straight.
Yeah,
Fuck
even
off.
even red apple ale, I can't do it. Just
Really?
nothing like beer and wine. Nothing about it appeals to me.
Because it tastes like fucking piss. That's why.
I don't know. I
God
go out and
awful.
drink. I get called a bitch because I'll be the person to order like a hurricane or whatever. I like
Oh.
I need to be able to like what I'm tasting to get drunk.
Yeah, see, I'm the same as like I'll go if I'm out to drink, I'll order a fucking daiquiri or mudslide or something or Kahlua. It's like just, I don't care. I'm here to get drunk, not to fucking impress you assholes.
What's your drinking preference, Aaron?
What was that?
What's your preference, I guess?
Is it alcohol content higher than 5%? We're good.
So you don't like beer as well?
I do believe if you look in the photo, I have Budweiser in my hand.
Yeah, some regular beers are above 5%. Some darker ones.
I mean, I drink Guinness, for fuck's sake. I chew my beer.
Yeah. Nothing
Ugh.
about that even slightly appeals to me.
That is piss with dirt mixed into it. It is worse than regular fucking beer. I don't get it. I do not see the fucking attraction there.
I'm just going to have to kill him.
So
I mean, Guinness is good shit.
I mean, sure, if you're ranking like the taste of different amounts of piss, I'm sure it's high up.
you're like talking in slow motion. We got the message though. Drinking piss and all that.
We know you drink piss. Just we don't need to hear about
sterile
it.
and I like the taste.
You know what? I'm almost willing to bet there is piss out there that tastes better than most beers.
I bet there is.
I don't know. I don't really know too much about beers. I've tried low hops. I've tried wheat. I've tried stuff with like a lot of hops. I've tried like flavored ones. None of them have appealed to me once.
Well, you're drinking the wrong ones.
I don't know.
I mean, you are.
I mean, suggestions. I mean, I'm very much looking for one that at least I can somewhat enjoy. So throw it out to me. What would be something that's actually good?
Probably a Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
that's pretty good. Voodoo Rangers are really good, man.
Is this? Oh, this is import beer. Or no, export. No. If it's foreign, it's import, right?
Foreign is import.
Okay, yes, yeah. So
Exported beer goes from the United States everywhere else. Budweiser would be an exported beer.
I saw that it says like New Belgium on it, so it would be technically an imported beer. I don't know. I've never once heard of this. It might not just be in my area.
Probably as Voodoo Rangers are everywhere, man.
I have to actually start looking then.
but they are some good shit. Let's see. But for alcohol itself, or good shit.
No, when it comes to hard liquor, I have my preferences.
Yeah.
I've definitely found what I like in hard liquor. Like,
What do you like?
What do you like then?
oh my god, just come in there. This, a dark whiskey, not a white one. Usually what I tend to go to, and I like a lot of moonshines.
Moonshine.
Like fucking, oh god. So New Year's, I got fired on New Year's, quote unquote fired. I mean, I was coasting until I was let go, just wasting their time pretty much. That night, I was drinking a mix of just straight moonshine, which is 100 proof, and I got so fucked up. Actually, the next day is we did a podcast with what was his name? Blade. Yeah, we did a podcast with Blade.
Was it Blade or was it?
I think it was Blade because you weren't there, and I was so fucking silent that one because I woke up fine, and then a couple 30 minutes later started throwing up everywhere, and I didn't start getting better until the later that night, and that's when, of course, the podcast was happening.
And you were still recovering.
Oh yeah, by far.
Motherfucker, you drank straight alcohol. What the hell did you expect? How the hell you're not dead is beyond me.
Well, I mean, my go-to, if I'm just gonna have a drink for the night, my go-to is moonshine apple pie, which is 80 proof already.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Well,
that is your go-to to fucking casually drink.
First of all, have you ever had it? It's fucking delicious. You have
fucking amazing.
It's fucking delicious. You get that, you get one of those half cup drink alcohol cups, has a little ice in there, drink it straight. It have 1 or 2 cups at night. You get a good buzz, and it's delicious.
I agreed. It is fucking heavenly.
Yeah, and it's smooth. Oh my god, it's smooth.
It's like my other favorite is the creamsicle.
I haven't had creamsicle.
Oh god, it's some good shit, man.
Is it part of the Tennessee brand?
No, you got to get it in Kentucky. But I think Tennessee has it. I just don't remember if theirs is really that great. Because a couple of companies that make it, it's just
there's those half-botched ones. I do go with Tennessee because I've yet to find one I don't like. The latest one I did black raspberry, I think, and that was even super good.
Oh yeah, black raspberry is not bad. Another thing, if I'm getting a mixed drink, I'm going with a White Russian.
I'm not good with names, but what's a White Russian?
You what?
I'm not good with the names. What's a White Russian?
Kahlua, basically. Oh, God.
Okay, vodka and coffee.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Or
coffee exists, by the way.
I do. I don't understand. Okay, I have a lot of people who swear Long Island iced teas are great.
They're nasty.
They're trash. They're fucking trash.
Those people are wrong. Those are
They're so wrong.
That's like my dad likes fucking Long Island iced teas, and he likes slippery nipples, and they're fucking nasty.
Oh, is he actually back?
Can you
He left.
Hello, hello.
Oh, look at you. Did you just make your brother shut up the entire time?
I've got it on. I would unmute myself when I wanted to say something. Because otherwise, your asses would hear signs of traffic and all that bullshit.
I think we still heard some of it.
I mean, a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
But no, I mean.
Oh, hey, Red's Apple Ale. Thoughts?
Ew.
I mean, I just again, I've tried a lot, haven't found one yet.
That's fine. I've actually tried that particular beer. Didn't care for
Ew.
it. It's
Red's is nasty. If I wanted an apple flavored beer, I'm going with a fucking Angry Orchard.
If I wanted an apple, I would have a fucking apple.
Well, I mean, to be honest, either that or, if I'm going with a flavored fucking beer, I'm not going with apple. I'm literally going to go fucking get Mike's.
Yeah, see, you're counting that as a beer. I count Mike's as a wine cooler, pretty much.
It's a beer, dude.
It
It is like the bare minimum of a beer, but it is still a beer.
I mean, I guess. I guess Mike's then. I'll say that, but I mean, it just tastes. It's just a wine cooler to me.
I mean, agreed. It tastes like a wine cooler, but it is a flavored beer, and it's fucking. I don't know. That's like saying the Jack Daniels, punch shit. That's a flavored beer, and that's pretty fucking good, actually. But if I'm going to just grab a fucking beer, I'm probably grabbing.
Yeah, I would say this is a wine. This Jack Daniels punch.
I agree, but by the ingredients, it's actually a fucking beer.
Yeah, maybe it's just my personal definition of what I'm saying, because a beer to me is the traditional, and then anything that's slightly lower than with the super flavored stuff, I would count as a wine cooler.
I get it. I mean, I'm not denying it, but I'm just saying technically it is a beer.
Yeah.
It has higher alcohol content than most light beers do.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Piss water is nasty. And my dad drinks fucking nasty light,
Does he really? I mean, that is literal just straight piss. I don't care what it tastes like, I'm getting hammered. That is the only fucking excuse to touch that.
I got beat as a child. This is for me. This is gonna help me cope with it.
The fucking shit. That is the only goddamn excuse to drink that crap.
It is the only fucking excuse to drink that shit, and it's nasty. And he sits there and he's like, "Oh no, it's good," and I'm like, "You're fucking nasty. Keep your nasty."
It's Stockholm syndrome. I know if I sat down and drink a beer every day, eventually I would start liking it. But I'm absolutely unwilling to do so.
What about a nice fucking Corona?
I mean, Coronas are all over the fucking place here, but even then, I mean, it's not my thing again. I mean, Corona's damn near the beer around here. A Corona, and you put a lime in it.
Yeah, that's usually what most people do. I drink Corona straight. I don't even fucking bother with a lime.
I don't know. I think the latest one I tried was the Moon one. Is the orange flavored beer, Blue Moon. I didn't care for it either.
Ugh.
Either Blue Moon or Shock Top. Both are fucking nasty.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
for the same price, I'll get an equally amount of alcohol and some liquor and actually enjoy myself, which is surprising since liquor hits you harder but doesn't taste like trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is, depending on the liquor. But even then, I won't subject myself to trash liquors.
If she hasn't washed in a month, she's definitely gonna taste like trash. Possibly some dead fish. But you're gonna let her in there.
God damn, Darren.
Nice.
You're an awful human being and you should feel bad.
Same.
Nah, I don't feel bad. I mean, a few people who watch our stream call me an elitist, and I guess that's true.
You elitist trash.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is why... Did I tell you I'm starting a new YouTube channel?
Nice.
No, are you? What
Yes,
for?
I'll be elitist.
Nice. And just gonna go to every single game, find the meta, and just say if you don't go find the meta, you're trash in this game.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That is the most thing, the exact thing.
It's just a meta YouTube channel.
Yeah. Actually, you know what?
The meta at this game here is to get good. And I'll show you how to get good by not being bad.
Yeah, exactly. By not being bad.
See, the reason I won here is because I don't suck.
Exactly. That's the end of the video every fucking time. Now watch this fight. Watch this. The reason I'm winning and he's losing is because he's not fucking good. I have gotten good. He's a fucking scrub. I win.
Same.
I mean, that's literally what the videos end up being like. But to be honest, though, you know what? I just found a better name for our fucking podcast.
We're talking for episodes in. Let's go and change it.
The Meta.
No.
Tell
What
me
is meta?
that's not a good name.
Meta podcasting can mean a bunch of different shit.
Huh?
Like, just name it meta.
Yeah.
It could
Well,
just
just
mean a bunch of different shit.
Yeah, it just, yeah, basically. Anybody want to start another podcast?
Brian, if you don't agree, you will not be part of this new podcast.
Good. I want no part of this shenanigans.
But you are like the most meta person of us all. You've played more hours of Dark Souls than any one of us. Than all of us combined.
This is true. He just doesn't
What?
accept it. He tries to deny it, but the man's put in 10,000 plus hours.
Yeah, that's a number that exists that applies to this.
The sad part is, if you're talking about 10,000 plus hours, we've probably put more than that in combined.
I think I'm probably pushing it. I mean, each game I put in a little bit less time, and so and I put in 1,500 on Dark Souls 1, so I bet you I'm probably pushing like 4,000 in total.
Okay, so Dark Souls 1, I've put in over 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
Dark Souls,
I think we've had this conversation like 3 times.
Dark Souls,
At least 3 fucking times. Like, this comes up all the goddamn time.
Dark Souls 3, I've at least put in 2,000 hours.
I got you check my Dark Souls 3 and 2.
I'm talking across all platforms because I've played them on all.
I didn't do it. Dark Souls 3, I put 311. Dark Souls 2, 241.
Dark Souls 2, I put in about 500 hours.
I still an obscene amount of time to put into any game.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the Dark Souls game has like a really good amount of replayability.
Yeah.
It's just you just play the game differently. Simple as that.
Does it?
It's an RPG.
I mean, that's basically...
As someone who like plays games for stories, replayability is really fucking hard for me. There's very few fucking games that I'll replay.
Like, Dark Souls...
Okay, Giant Daddy. I'm Dastardly Devens, Xander Gang. He's absolutely a giant dad.
Nice. I mean, if we're including Demon Souls in the mix, probably about 500 hours in there.
So I was renting a PS2, or no, I was renting a PS3, and so I just did my one playthrough, and I was like, all right, I got to experience Demon Souls.
See,
Even
but
then, it
here's
was really good.
Demon Souls, I played first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that 500 hours, maybe about, I'd say like 50 or 60 was before, you know, Dark Souls, like after Dark Souls 1 came out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I like Dark Souls enough that I went out of my way to buy on a platform that I've never played anything on. Like, when I went and actually started playing Demon Souls, I had to make a PlayStation account.
I mean, I had mine since, you know, the PSP.
I mean, I've never done PlayStation. I went from like N64 to original Xbox to 360 to PC.
360 is great. but here's the irony. Like, y'all went from consoles to PC. I did the exact fucking opposite. I was a PC gamer. PC Master Race all day long, and then I became a console gamer.
You done fucked up?
Nope. Do you know why I didn't fuck up? Because here's the point.
You done fucked up, Aaron.
When new games come out, I don't have to buy new hardware.
Yeah.
You don't have to on PC either. I haven't upgraded.
Since I've gotten my PC, I've maybe put in like $200.
I
That's
haven't
the last 6-7 years.
I haven't upgraded mine since I built it, and this is in between revisions of the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 4 Pro, or the 1 to the 1X.
Okay, but here's
And mine
the thing.
still rivals any of them in graphics. Like, it's not nearly as big a deal if you build it properly the first time.
Understandable, but here's the thing: you're always thinking about upgrading it.
Not really.
You're like,
No.
I'll be honest, it doesn't even come in my mind as a possibility or a need until I run into a situation like, oh, I actually can't do this.
The only time I've thought about there's two actually. The first one is for streaming this. When I stream and I try to play a game, some games just don't have enough core power to run OBS in the game at once, so I considered switching to an i7 for more cores. And the other time is just a bigger hard drive so I can store more fucking games. And it's not like I have a small hard drive. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive, but I want, more.
I just cleaned out some of my hard drive. I cleaned out like 500 gigabytes of just trash.
See, I have easily like half a terabyte full of old streams that I keep saved on my hard drive.
Oh, dude, no. Fucking video take up so fucking much memory.
Because
especially if you don't use it, just fucking trash it.
The idea originally was I was gonna like edit these, throw my streams up on YouTube and stuff, make compilations, and I never did any of that.
No,
outside of this podcast, I don't reuse any of this shit.
No.
Understandable.
I mean, find the best moments and actually approving them yourself. Like, I don't know. If I was to play a game, I would say, like, in that entire game, I might have, like, 10, but is that enough for a video? I can't judge myself enough to actually be able to say, hey, this is good enough to put in a compilation.
See, that's my problem is I don't know what is entertaining, what other people would find enjoyable. And most of the part, I'm just playing RPGs, so unless you have, like, a connection to the game, you're not going to fucking search for random, Dragon Age highlights or whatever.
Like, my entire Banner Saga thing, 1 through 3, I had one moment where I was laughing out loud as I just utterly raped an enemy on accident. And, like, that's the only funny part of that entire time. What, like 30 hours of gameplay?
What'd you do to that bad guy?
Well, there's a character called Oddleaf, and she can place a trap. She shoots arrows in the air, and if the enemy walks in that tile, their turn will be skipped, but they'll take damage. And I one-shot an enemy on accident because she does way more damage than I thought she would. So I was like, holy shit! And it's like, I actually started laughing because I actually had an entertaining moment in that game. Which is rare because, I mean, it's not a funny game, it's very much a story-based game. You're all staticky.
Your highlight video.
Holy shit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So your highlight videos are not games that you play fucking RPGs. Your highlight videos are your Call of Duty, your Battlefield, your shit like that.
Yeah,
that's your highlight video.
There's a reason I haven't done anything with all the footage on my system. Because none of it's shit that would get views, so I just kind of... I still have the setting tick mark to record locally. And outside of this podcast, it just doesn't ever get done.
I mean, that's the thing. RPGs are not entertaining to watch.
It depends on the person, but for most people,
it really depends. Right. We're not funny people. It kind of comes down to that.
I've seen some very entertaining fucking people play RPGs. I ain't that person.
When I say an RPG is not fun to watch, you have to go out of your way to find someone who's funny, and you're not watching them play the RPG. You're not watching the RPG. Because everything that's quote-unquote funny in the RPG is already ready to happen and go.
You're a little bit robot-y, but you gotta understand what you said.
Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Since it's scripted, that's the funny part. Guess what? Everybody's already either seen it or they don't care.
I don't know.
Then you turn around and you're watching the person react to it. And Brian reacts like a wet sponge.
Yeah, more or less. Like, I am a dull as fuck person. Why anyone watches me is forever beyond my knowledge.
Don't you actually like? I can't really bring it up in my head, but don't you like normally talk during your shit?
I try to. I'm not
He
particularly
tries.
great at it, but
I mean,
Man, it's harder than it sounds like. I mean, I've been trying it for the last
It
week,
actually-
and I'm fucking silent like at least 85% of the time.
it is
And
really
this
hard.
is me commentating shit. I have to make myself talk.
Even just trying to like, you're just trying to like vocalize your thought process as a starting point, and it's a lot harder than you would think. Because most of the time, you're not really thinking. You're like, hold X to move forwards. How the fuck do I make this entertaining as I travel across this fucking desert?
So
I mean, most people, like, most gamers in general, have you noticed the best streamers, other than, you know, legit skill? Like, because your legit skill streamers don't really talk to their audience. They're more focused.
No. Have you ever seen Creparian the stream? That's video silent like 70% of the time.
Yep, like, dead fucking silent.
I have watched Crip. The one who talks to stream the most is Toast, and I fucking love him.
Yeah, Toast is really good.
Toast is amazing.
Hearthstone is really easy to commentate.
And that's that's a game where you've got downtime to play to fucking
That's
discuss
true.
your shit, and fucking Crip still
Yeah.
doesn't say shit.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
isn't
mean,
he still like the most popular one there?
Absurdly so, yes, by like a large margin as far as Hearthstone streamers are concerned. Crip is massive.
Crip is massive, but so is Keebler.
Not
I
to
think- I
nearly
think-
the same extent. At
Have
least
you
when
not ever heard of Galvadon?
I've heard of Galvadon. Look at
The
their
last
fucking
time I
viewer.
was-
Look at their viewer numbers. Crip gets, you know, fucking 10,000 people. The last Keebler stream I saw had maybe 600.
Yeah, Keebler's been falling downhill, but the thing is, Crip doesn't even fucking talk. And the sad part is, if you look at it, he's considered one of the best. But even if you look at his legend ranks, he's way lower than fucking Keebler.
Because he...
No, he's not really. He's not. I think he's the best, quote unquote, because he's considered one of the best arena players.
Yeah, he is, like, really fucking good just, like, working with what he has. And
Arena-
when it comes to, like, new changes in the game, like, he's really fucking good at figuring out new metas and stuff. So
I mean, he is. But then there's also, you know, Trump. Trump's good fucking at doing it too.
Yeah. Dude, he's Trump.
Trump,
The dude. Not only is the dude like a fucking ugly as fuck,
he just bores the shit out of me.
He
Has no
he's
personality.
wrong a lot about shit. Like, have you ever seen like a card review? He's wrong like 9 out of 10 of the times about a card.
You know,
I
yeah,
think it's
like,
fucking hilarious when he does that.
like
I
fucking
think
card
this card
previews,
is
he's
great.
terrible at. Terrible at fucking predicting cards. It is actually amazing. Like, motherfucker, you do this professionally.
Have you seen the compilation of people reviewing Doctor Doom Doctor Doom when it was first coming out? Like, no one was going to guess that it was going to be meta changing.
He is meta changing because he's essentially a new hero. He's a hero card in a meta that's not heroed anymore because they're all gone. You have him.
I think we're talking about a different card. I'm talking about back when Secret Paladin was Doctor. It's a 7-drop.
Yeah,
Doctor Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
Let me-
This is from years ago, or not recently.
I'm talking recently because
No.
they all laughed at the fucking hero.
Oh yeah, they all left that one, but even that one, it's not like meta changing where it was in every single deck.
He is in every single warrior deck. Absolutely every single one.
That's not nearly
I mean,
as bad as the
because
Doctor
it's-
Boom case, where every fucking deck that needed a 7th drop ran fucking Doctor Boom.
But like all the reviews of that card before that card came out, people just blew it off. It was like, this is trash. Like, so many. There's enough people who said that there's a compilation out there of people saying it.
Well, it's one of those things, like, the game at the time wasn't particularly like value oriented. Like it was very like heavy control meta, and Doctor Boom's like, no.
Well, it's like ambush. Everybody laughed at ambush. Put 3 of them in your opponent's deck, and when they draw it, you get something. That's never going to happen. Huh. That worked real well.
3 years later, they finally added a new ambush card.
Yeah, but we've always run ambush. It's one of our fucking cards. They added the new one because they had to get rid of the old one. And now they've finally gotten rid of fucking Feldori Strider, and it's like, God damn it. Now the ambush deck, believe it or not, is a warrior deck.
Nice. Yeah, fuck, Bomb Warrior.
Surprise.
That's something Crip predicted right. Like he back when he was like invited early to do something at like BlizzCon or whatever the fuck they did. He was like, this deck right here is gonna be meta, and he was right.
He was wrong about Control Warrior though. He's like, Control Warrior will fall off. Nope.
I mean, to be fair though, when it's losing all of its tools, people didn't fucking see it just turning shit around like that.
Surviving.
The fact that it's now a tier 2 deck that challenges tier 1 decks, like it's borderline. It's like honorable mention tier 1.
It's one of those situations where it's very easy to figure or to imagine something without its key tools. Like when things are rotating out, it's hard to fucking foresee the strategies to develop with all the new shit they're getting. And Warrior was like that. It's like you're losing like everything that made this deck good. What the fuck are you going to do?
I mean, well, that's like
they handled it pretty fucking well.
I'm just saying the best fucking thing ever was when Keebler told us all that there's one card we should all be looking at. We all laughed about it and joked about it. But he's won how many fucking games with Galvadon?
I mean, when it comes to fucking Arena,
Galvadon is the bomb in Arena.
like the dude is just like such obscene value. And of course, the fucking dinosaur or dragon or whatever, like...
He's the last Kaleidosaur, motherfucker. Get it right. You've heard this song.
This is something that you knew fucking Keebler was going to force to work regardless of how good it actually was. As it turns out, he got lucky and it was actually really fucking good.
But everybody else said it was going to be crap. All it is a 5/5.
It wasn't ran too much.
It was ran by every freaking Paladin deck because the freaking quest was easy as hell.
But you also gotta be aware, like during that time, there was a lot more powerful decks. Like that was, God, the PTSD I'm getting just thinking about it. The fucking the Rogue quest. Oh my God! If you didn't do anything, you lost by turn 5.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fucking Quest Rogue was the best thing.
Yeah.
And
I want to play. I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it.
I want to play that again, unnerfed.
I mean, I want Oil Rogue back unnerfed.
I want Tunnel Trog back.
Oil Rogue would be fun too. I like the fucking combo decks. I like just fucking immediately destroying somebody.
Or, I mean, honestly, my favorite combo deck, I can still play. Unfortunately, it takes a miracle to win.
Same. I think my favorite deck to actually play is Burst Shaman. And it's just play out your board, make them think they're safe, and then playing the card that gives everything +3 attack or something like that, and then finish them off really quickly.
I'm referring to Miracle Rogue.
Yeah.
Brian, I think you've played my Miracle Rogue deck, my Golden Miracle Rogue deck.
I have.
I love Miracle Rogue. It is my favorite deck.
I still personal freeze mage just because Ice Block was hilarious.
Because you're a cunt.
Like there ain't shit you can do to me. It is fantastic.
Let me play a deck that just stalls and then automatically wins because I have enough mana.
Yep.
Oh wait. You want to play a deck that stalls and automatically wins because you have enough mana? Oh, so you're gonna play freaking Jade Druid? Gotcha.
God, yeah, that fucking whole
God,
thing.
yeah,
I love how
don't-
Jade Druid didn't it survive like 3 expansions?
It did.
Jade Druid
'Cause-
survived 3 expansions because they refused to nerf Jade Idol.
Yeah,
They nerfed
it's all
everything
Jade
else
Idol.
around it.
It's all Jade Idol. You can nerf all the tools, but Jade Idol's value is so fucking ridiculous. Like, how can you not run 2 of that card?
Literally, Jade Idol was the card. It turned any deck into a Jade Rogue deck. I mean, a Jade Druid deck, because everything else was just tools for Jade Idol.
Yeah.
I mean, look, 99% of your Druid players are playing Jade Rogue. Jade Druid. So let's nerf Avian, remove Naturalize, remove.
They nerfed the mana one that gives you 2 mana.
Invigorate.
Yeah.
They removed everything.
They nerfed so much shit about that. It ruined all the other Druid decks too.
It did. It ruined everything they wanted to make stronger and didn't touch the freaking Jade Rogue deck.
Yeah, didn't attack the fucking problem here.
They you played yourself.
It's like bombing a country and bombing everything besides the capital.
So all they had to do, dumb as this sounds, and here was my opinion on it, go from 1 mana to 3.
Oh yeah, like simple nerfs like that just make it so fucking easy.
And see, they don't do simple nerfs. So what happens? They take a card and they would say, "How do I make this card unplayable?"
Yeah, it's always one way or the other.
Patreon warrior.
It is literally one way or the other. It's like, do we make this broken as fuck or do we make it literally useless?
OTK Warrior, where they took out Charge.
Yeah, the Grim Patron Warrior, where they nerf that one card, and it's just like, oh, this whole deck's useless now.
Like,
how much dust did you say you invested again? Well, too fucking bad.
Like, don't get me wrong, my favorite thing to do is throw out 2 Grim Patrons, or a Grim Patron, and them play Despair, the Warlock card that deals 1 damage, and if it kills something, spawns a cat over and over again. And you play the Juggler, the 1 creature character unsible for the turn. Then you throw your Grim Patron and pop. They die. Everything on their board.
There was a lot of ways to make that deck kill your opponent whenever you wanted to. There's a reason why that deck got nerfed into the fucking ground.
I mean, to be honest, my second favorite deck, even though I absolutely love Rogue to death, is actually a Paladin deck. It wasn't a meta-changing deck, but it was my token Paladin deck that was fucking brutal.
Warlock Paladin was pretty fun to play.
Do you remember my token Paladin deck, Brian?
Vaguely, because I think everyone ran Token Paladin at one point. It's really fun. Really fun deck to play.
Nobody else ran Token Paladin when I ran it. It was considered
was it mid-range?
It wasn't meta. Yeah, it was sort of mid-range. Most builds are mid-range.
Yeah, so that makes sense because everything around Grim Patron time to like recently, well, not recently, but there was like a 3-year period where mid-range Paladin was just fucking strong.
I mean, right now you have fucking aggro Rogue and tempo Rogue that just don't die.
Yeah.
Were things supposed to die?
We needed, I mean, as much as I love Rogue and like having tier 1 decks, I mean, we've had odd Rogue, which is an odd tempo Rogue, for the last 2 years now. And it hasn't moved, shifted, or done anything. And then when they finally bumped them out to where, odd and even decks aren't a thing anymore, guess what? We're still playing odd with a couple of even cards added into it. We're still essentially playing the exact same fucking deck. I mean, I feel like Hearthstone expansions only ever focus on like 2 classes per fucking expansion, Everybody else just kind of gets shit
Well,
on.
they work on expansions like 3 ahead. Like the next expansion is already done. They're just waiting to release it, and they're working on the one after that one.
Yeah,
So
card games work very far ahead, and stuff gets stuck in playtesting for a long time.
So like, there's like a bunch of unforeseeable shit that
Close
just
enough to
goes
blackjack.
for going.
Close enough to blackjack. You're just basically drawing cards and hope you win.
Yeah.
Also, you know, the Hall of Legends or whatever, Hall of Heroes bullshit, where they're pulling out classic cards.
Yeah.
You notice they said that they were going to be adding classic cards back and they would rotate in and out. We haven't really had anything come back. They just disappear and are gone for good.
Yep.
Good. As long as Ice Block is completely out of the meta,
No.
I'm happy.
Ice Block is fantastic, and I want to fucking play it again.
I'm not good enough not to die this turn.
Bitch, you're too fucking bad to run a counter to it. It's not like counters didn't exist.
What counter?
Secrets.
There's 2 cards that make there's like 2 neutral cards that get rid of secrets.
Then you should have fucking ran them or not let me get to enough mana to fucking one-hit KO your ass. Like, there are ways around this.
I mean, let's put it this way. Ice Block freaking Mage dies instantly to Secret Paladin.
Or, half the decks around the time. Like, Ice Block was never a tier 1 deck until, like, at the very start of its cycle when people first saw it, and at the very end of it when it got, a couple of new toys to play with. Outside, it was never a tier 1 because there were other fucking ways to counter. It got shit on by aggro. It got shit on by control.
Deck. It's just that deck, though. That card was in every single Mage deck since the game came out to the point it got taken out.
Because it would be stupid not to run it. Like,
exactly.
like I'm not complaining with them removing it. It was meta warping for the Mage class. But still.
Now Mage is disappearing. I mean, you still have Exodia Mage, but that's about it. And Antonidas is garbage. I think it's hilarious because everybody keeps like most of the Mage decks rely on Antonidas. You can't get your combo off without Antonidas, and there's no way to get more than 4 freaking, not even 4 anymore, apprentices. So you can't even get to your infinite combo anymore. But people still seem to think Antonidas is the way to win. Not really, because every other class kills Antonidas the second he hits the board.
Free fucking fireballs is really hard to pass up, okay?
Next topic.
Yeah.
Your turn, Brad.
You pick one, man.
Next one, then.
You've had all of us pick one. No, you pick a fucking topic.
I always pick the topics, though.
No, you don't. That's the problem.
I know. I want to see if you call me on that.
So pick a fucking topic already.
I mean, we all seem to really enjoy Hearthstone, yet most of us don't fucking play.
Because you have to put in fucking money for the game. I'm not going. Every expansion, you have to put in at least like an absurd amount of money. I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather not play it and enjoy it from afar.
I mean, I don't really touch the expansions for a bit, and then I come back because I let some things change. Because most of my decks only have 1 or 2 card changes. And I play Rogue, so last time we had 0 card changes. Well, the time before last, sorry. Like a whole fucking expansion, and we didn't use a single fucking card. You know?
Tragic.
Yeah, but we were still a tier 1 deck. We were one of the decks to beat.
Mage was like that for a little while, actually. I was like, don't need anything out of here. It's good.
No. Shaman was different every single expansion. There was not an expansion that the meta Shaman deck didn't change entirely.
Well, but here's you know we're all talking about this, but there's one class we forget entirely.
I mean, we forget. We all main something. Brian mains mage, you main rogue, and I main shaman. That's kind of why we talk about these classes a lot.
I mean, I do play Paladin quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Paladin is my second, but
I think
I care much more about a good Shaman deck than I care about a decent Paladin deck.
I think Warrior would be the other one I ran a lot. Patron Warrior was so much fucking fun.
God, just how much of a fucking headbang Manning Shaman was. I don't know why I ever fucking did it, but Manning Shaman before Tunnel Trial came out was just like banging your head against the wall, be saying like, "I'm gonna win one of these games."
Motherfucker, Tunnel Trog turned Shaman overnight into the fucking class.
I know.
The fucking class for
Imagine
like...
manning it, but imagine playing it a year or two before Tunnel Trial came out.
For like a fucking year, all you could fucking see was goddamn Tunnel Trogs.
Yeah. Even when Jade came out, some shamans there was some play. Then Evolve put Shaman's Will back in there, and I don't even think there is a shaman deck this expansion.
There is.
Not a
Mid-range.
great one.
Mid-range and Murloc.
I do like my Murlocs. Murloc Paladin was another fun one.
I think
Murloc
it's
Shaman ain't bad as well.
Murloc.
You know,
Shaman-
actually, I totally forgot. I like Zoo Warlock a lot as well.
Zoolock is fun. My thing is, my favorite lock build is now gone.
What
I
was
like
that?
I like Death Rattle Lock, but you can find a priest and you get fucked.
Yep, my favorite lock, as dumb as this sounds, is discard lock.
Ooh, Discard was fun too.
Discard
I
is fun.
always played the fucking terrible fucking decks.
Like, here's the thing: discard is fun, and people used to fucking laugh at you.
Until their shit got started to get burned.
And then they started looking at me, and then like, because the thing was, yes, when the quest came out, it seemed like it was great. It was actually trash. But then, the more cards came out, the more discards seemed quite useful. You know, like the expansion, not the last one, but the one before, we got the damn card that says when you discard it, put 2 in your hand. I mean, it was freaking ridiculous. You know?
Same.
I mean, like, so basically you'd run through, you'd have a couple of them there, and then you'd go fucking nuts. I
think we exaggerated or exonerated this topic way too long. I think we every time Hearthstone comes up,
We just fucking ramble on like nostalgic bastards.
Yeah, we just ramble for way too long. But this is like the 8th, 10th time Hearthstone's come up, and we all just reminisce every single time.
Yeah, at least like a fucking 4th of our episodes have mentioned Hearthstone. Anytime there's an expansion, anytime there's an update, just whenever the fuck we have nothing to talk about, Hearthstone comes up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not every time we have nothing to talk about, but
Yeah.
like, I found my fucking...
It's a game we all have in common.
Yeah, there's not a lot of those.
Yeah.
I found my fucking picture. Let me post it.
Usually it's 2 out of 3 of us have played a game. It's either you two, me and Brian, or me and Aaron have played a game. It's usually how it ends up going.
There's the photo of my bullshit that I had at one point.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
High Priestess, like fucking good God, and mind you, that's turn 7. That's good fucking game because taunt and lifelink.
Why is Crip in the top left?
That was YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You
a stream sniper boy?
How would I be stream sniping Crip if you look at the screen?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
I mean, and this was my most recent game. I mean, I'm playing freaking Control Warrior this damn.
It looks like your phone needed to be charged.
Yeah, these are both
Charge your phone, Aaron. Swipe with notifications, Aaron.
Huh?
Same.
I mean, I loved those decks. I mean, well, not the current one. It's meh, but I loved my freaking Warlock deck. Discard Lock it was a fun deck, you know, because people underestimated it, and by the time you discarded 5, you play Cataclysm, you double your hand to the point where you can't hold any more of this bitch of High Priestess,
This bitch
and then
empty.
and then after you've done that, you basically face roll because you have the portal on the fucking board ready to go. You're getting 2 more imps and her every turn. There's nothing they can do. They can't break through your defenses.
Oh, Brian, I know what your next
Yeah.
emote needs to be.
What?
Needs to be a
You have
a little smiley face.
enough fucking
a
subs
little,
to
a
get
little
another
smiley
emote.
face with a gun in its mouth, be making the I'm about to pull the trigger type face.
I don't think Twitch would allow that.
Does not matter. They will take it down when they find out about it. And who's going to report them? Me.
You see, if I got enough viewers for another fucking
You're
emote,
being optimistic here. I'm going to have to shut that down.
I think one of them would probably report that.
No.
Because at the moment, my current sub count is 2.
Cool.
And I'm pretty sure we know both of them.
How close are you to the $100 thing finally? Because I know I gave you my last one, so man, I think you were at you're really close last time I checked.
I'm at like 90. I haven't had a whole lot of progress on it.
When you get the $100, you're buying Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
I'll buy a CS:GO knife with it just to piss you off.
See, half that money is coming from me. I get a say in this.
No, half of it's coming from action.
Wait a minute. At one point, half of it was coming from me.
I mean, I have 6 months. So a third of it's coming from me. So since they take half half of it, so you get $5. I got 6 months, so it's $30.
No, 15.
No. It's 6 months is $60 in total, but they get half of it, so $5 each month.
No. 6 months is $30.
I thought a sub was like $10 or whatever.
No, it's $5.
Oh.
At least after like processing and shit. But
That's tragic.
Actioneers donated like $45 worth of fucking bits. So if anyone got to fucking make demands, it would be him.
No, I guess he's about to hit him up. I'm kidding.
Gonna strongly into him that I play Dark Souls. Is that how this is gonna happen?
Yeah, we're real strong on him.
Yeah, we'll strong arm him.
It'd be really cool if you message Def and say you did this.
Well, you have to wait for me to clear the hurdle and then wait for whenever the fuck the next 3-month cycle is.
Here's the thing, though. You might actually get viewers if you do Dark Souls.
I could, yeah.
That's the sad part. You could legitimately get fucking viewers if you do Dark Souls, but you're a bit of a bitch and won't do it.
I think I think the only way to actually get viewers from Dark Souls is to actively promote that this is your first time playing. Then you will get you'll get the people come in like, oh my god, he's about to hit the point. I wonder how he's going to react or whatever.
That's the big thing.
I think you're probably right there, actually. Just advertising as blind fucking playthrough, I might actually get a viewer or two.
Yeah? Brian, quick question. You've played more of The Witcher 3 than I have. Do the greater runes actually stack?
I don't believe so, but I didn't play around a whole lot with them. Why?
Because I've got a bunch of Quen intensity runes. If I just stuff my armor full of all of them, will that increase it?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, it would. Like, within, like, armor slots, yeah, they stack.
Okay, so if I'm using plus 10 Quen sign intensity, and I stick 3 of them in the same armor piece, will they stack all 3 and give me 30%?
I think it's 1 per armor piece.
Oh.
Unless
So,
I'm mistaken, I think you like it'll stack, but you need like one sword, one chest, you know whatever.
Gotcha. That sucks.
Trust me, Dastardly. We've given every pro and con to Brian about playing Dark Souls. He just hasn't bought it just to be stubborn at this point.
I've been broke. Okay,
Oh, apparently they do stack, so I could get
do that. Sweet.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90% Quinn intensity?
I don't think it's that big. Oh, it could be.
Yeah,
wrong.
it is. I've got 3 slots for Grandmaster Feline Armor, 2 for Grandmaster Feline Gauntlets, 2 for Grandmaster Feline Boots, and 2 for Grandmaster Feline Trousers.
The feline gear looks so fucking good, doesn't it? I love it.
It does. And it's also the best one, considering you throw in a fucking heavy every few seconds and you're good to go.
No shit, right?
And if you do sneak up on somebody, you instantly fucking kill them.
But what fun is that? Make him suffer.
Yeah.
Oh no, you want to kill them quickly.
Yeah, most of the enemies in this game you don't want to keep alive.
Especially when playing on Death March like I am.
I wish I was able to get in Witcher. I mean,
So
I can't really explain what it is about it. It doesn't grab me, but
combat is like a cheap version of Dark Souls.
Nah.
No, fuck no, it's not.
I don't know. I think
Don't
it's the.
bullshit the
I
man.
honestly, I don't know. Something about it just didn't grab me. I wish it did, because man, there would be a lot of hours I could sink into it, but
There really are a ton of hours. I mean, into my money, it's still like the best fucking like Western RPG.
I mean, how many of us was that we've talked about our top games? Is it fucking come in the top?
For
I
good
think
reason.
both you and Aaron, or yeah, both of y'all had
And
had it in
top.
there. I don't think Talk did, because Talk had a lot of classic games.
So did I. And Talk also had The Witcher in there.
Witcher was in his top 10 somewhere. Again,
Not his top
So,
10. It
so
was
I'm the
top
only one
10.
who didn't have it in there.
for good reason. Witcher is amazing, and everyone should fucking play it.
Same. Next of it,
Yeah.
for once. Let's talk about the Sony Microsoft thing. I actually didn't really look into this, so I actually need to know about it.
Sony is looking to license the cloud service Microsoft. I mean,
So they're doing the mobile, no, not the mobile game, but the stream gaming, where like you don't have to actually have the hardware for it, you just stream it to your device.
essentially
what they're doing?
that's what it looks like. It's to help empower like their streaming stuff. It's interesting timing for the move, because I mean Sony has a streaming service. PlayStation Now is a thing, so them signing up with Microsoft, who doesn't currently have like a direct streaming service, is very interesting.
I don't know. Microsoft in the last like year has been good guy Microsoft. I honestly think they're getting they're just accumulating brownie points for the next console.
Yeah, it was like, please don't drop our shit before it's out. Like, it seems to be their goddamn hope and their prayer at the moment.
Whoa, they're halfway there.
Okay.
You tried,
Nah, not really.
and you failed.
I also don't want to scream in the house at like what 10 with 2 small children. No,
Do you have children in your house?
I have nephews.
Yeah. News to me.
So
I
So
just
news
think you
to
had
me.
a family. I thought you were just a troll who forever hid in a basement.
He is. Don't let him. Don't let him.
first off, unlike you, I don't have a basement.
Damn. So you even less off in this world. Shit, son.
Fucking
Well,
Texas.
the basements aren't like there are no basements in Texas. Like houses just don't come with them.
Because
I've never been in a house that had a basement.
there is actually a technical reason for that. The ground doesn't get cold enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because for like a basement foundation, you need to get below the frost line for it to be consistent. Otherwise, there's just an absurd amount of like shrinking and expanding as it gets hot and cold. And to build a basement into that would require like triple or quadruple the cost to make it hold up to those sorts of changes.
So just every house where y'all are at just has a basement.
No, not every house, but
Close to it.
a lot of them.
Close to it.
I mean, a lot of them it's just like not like a full basement, it's just like a crawl space basically under the house, or it goes down like 3 or 4 feet or something. But some of them,
I mean, that's like an attic here, I guess. But I guess y'all have both.
Yeah, at least in this case, I've got a full basement, full attic. It's not a bad house. My last house did not have either though, so it's not like you can't find houses without basements. They do exist. They suck. There's just like the sheer amount of just like extra storage space is fantastic. Even if I don't ever actually do anything in the basement, just a place to stick all my shit.
Sleep in the basement?
He does actually.
Oh, that's a goblin right there.
Because we cornered off a nice little section and put up some walls and.
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
It's not great, but it works.
Wait. No. Repeat that right there. What you just said, Moon.
That he's a goblin?
Don't you dare compare him to goblins.
Yeah, goblins deserve much more credit.
Gremlin. Wait. What's the thing from that movie? If you feed it past 12, it turns into that little monster
That's a
thing.
gremlin.
Yeah, that's a
gremlin. Okay, yeah.
Gremlin is fine. Do not call him a goblin. He is no goblin. Goblins are better than that.
I want to discuss something with you. Why do you make a voice when you're playing D&D?
Why not?
Because it's cringeworthy. It really is.
Yeah,
it's getting into character. It's part of the experience.
All right.
I mean,
go ahead.
You make an identity for a character, and it's easier to separate your own thoughts from a character's thoughts if you're thinking about it as a character would be.
Yeah.
If that makes any sort of sense.
Because there's a thing in D&D to where what you know and what your character know isn't always the same thing, and for a lot of people trying to like keep these two things as separate entities, it helps if you have like a voice or a tone.
I
or
totally
something
forgot Dastardly is your DM, so I mean shit talking Dungeons and Dragons probably isn't gonna go well with him.
It just helps. It helps you get in the mood. It helps like keep your thoughts separated and oriented.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
and it's even if it is cringeworthy, it's fucking fun. Like I enjoy getting into my character like that.
I mean, I'm not doing too great a job with Ziggs too well, but
every time you say the word Ziggs, I just think of the character from League of Legends Ziggs, and then
really?
You should Google what that character looks like, and that's what I think of every time you say his name.
Yeah, you don't have to do voices. It's just some of us like them.
Like we said, it helps you get into character better. It makes you think about it a bit more.
I don't think Silas or Wolf in our group have character voices.
No, it's Aaron solely.
I mean I have one too.
I mean, what is a normal human voice where you just change? You just drop an octave somewhat.
It's slightly more southern. I'll use stuff like y'all and other.
It's enough that I've never noticed until you just said it now.
I will
probably notice it next time, but it's never caught me.
The idea was like a mild like southern accent, like West Virginia or something like that.
Mountain Mama.
Like not quite full fucking Alabama.
My family had sites back in the past.
Not quite full Alabama hick, but just enough.
You were
I
next
mean-
door to the incestuous neighbor.
Yeah.
See, to be honest, the problem comes in. There's been times where I've wanted to just stop doing the voice, and it's like I've already done, how many sessions with the voice going on.
No.
Like you could tell last session, I was definitely not feeling it.
Yeah, there's a couple nights. It's like I don't want to do this. Like this is hurting my throat.
Someone's looking at me.
Like it definitely got because that one. I mean, like I tried to make it a guttural character, and I can't just keep doing that. It fucks me up.
See, for my previous character, he had like an Irish accent. It was like the hardest
Oh,
thing in the
yeah.
world to try and keep
Yeah.
consistent because I kept butchering it. It just randomly slipped from Irish to English to Scottish, and it sounded terrible.
Scottish, eh?
it like all the time because I couldn't fucking imagine how like an Irish person would pronounce dwarf or something.
You just did it again. I just heard it.
It's a dwarf, mate.
It's one of those things like I don't know how to pronounce it. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Yeah, I get it.
just don't do accents.
So, some nights I've actually spent like several seconds like not trying to think of what to say. I'm thinking like how the fuck to pronounce it. Yes.
Yeah. How for the word to sound proper coming out of your mouth?
So, I have to deal with my own accent. Why I gotta deal with someone else's?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's what it is.
like, that's the thing. And the problem is, Ziggs is supposed to be a con artist, so he's got to have multiple different fucking accents, and it's not going to make sense.
Yep.
I mean, at some point, I'm just going to fucking give up. If that makes sense.
One guy did that like halfway through our last group. Is like my character forever has a fucking like nose cold and will no longer have an accent.
Yeah. It's just because it gets too much on my fucking throat, and then I feel like shit the next day when I gotta work. Because, my job is on the phones, so it's not good if I can't fucking talk.
A little bit. Might help.
A little bit. Use of my voice might be a little important here.
Nah.
Just a thought.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
So, you guys want to talk about the Genesis Mini?
Yes.
Aaron, would you run down the games available for the viewer?
Would I run down the games available as of this moment, because they are still adding more? So,
Jesus
current
Christ, just go
games
read it.
are Earthworm Jim, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, Contra Hardcore, Streets of Rage 2, Thunder Force 3, Super Fantasy Zone, Shinobi 3 Return of the Ninja Master, Landstalker, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Toe Jam and Earl, The Comic Zone, Altered Beast, and Gunstar Heroes.
By the way, wasn't Echo the Dolphin like a super trippy game?
It was fucking amazing.
Like, I almost remember hearing about this game for how trippy it was. Was it not a dolphin game meant like about aliens or some shit?
It is. It's a fucking RPG where you're a goddamn dolphin.
Yep, it's one of those things like you can't explain this to someone who doesn't regularly play video games because they will literally throw you in an asylum.
Yeah.
I mean, it is amazing.
But you don't understand. You're the dolphin and you're swimming and there's aliens. It's like, okay, just go to this padded room here, please.
God, I remember. I think I played it on the PS2. I just saw this PS2 version on Google. I think I remember played it when I was over at someone's house, and I have bathophobia, and that's me and that game don't mix. And if anyone doesn't know what that is, it means I fear deep water.
Yep,
And
that would not be it for you then.
Yeah, like I played Subnautica and it was horrifying. Subnautica was really good, but goddamn, if you're on land and you accidentally drop in a hole, oh my god, it's my heart stops and I had to pause the game, I have to leave. Oh,
I mean, I think Echo is fucking awesome. To be honest, this game list is amazing for all the mini consoles that have come out that have had, a couple of filler games here and there, mostly shit. This list literally is probably one of the best lists of Genesis games coming out.
isn't there a new Earthworm, a fucking Earthworm Jim game supposed to be coming out?
Supposed to be. Whether it really does or not, an entirely different story.
Because I heard it was being developed like by the original developer or something like that.
Yep. It's one of those, like, you really have to, like, hold out hope for that one, because it's not looking so great.
I mean, because you have, like, here's my opinion on this list here. I mean, the Mickey Mouse games, honestly, I've never played them. But you have Earthworm Jim, which is a great fucking classic game. You've got both Sonic 1 and 2. That's really good. Contra on there, I mean, you can never go wrong with Contra.
They're the same.
Well, yeah, it's the same fucking games, but Contra, it's just done very well.
Yeah,
Streets of Rage, fucking amazing beat 'em up. Probably the best.
Do you know what's a 2D shooter that doesn't get enough love? That Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal's pretty good.
Yeah. I think Contra just stole the show, even though I know that Heavy Metal is like newer, I guess not as old, but like I think Heavy Metal did Contra better than Contra did.
No.
I don't know.
Contra was ahead of its time.
Well, Heavy Metal had the side effect of not being broken. It had that going in its favor.
Well, fuck off. Thunder Force 3, that's a great game. I mean, Super Fantasy Zone's a pretty good one. Shinobi 3 is a great side scroller. If you liked, Ninja Gaiden, Shinobi is just I wouldn't say a better version, but another option. Landstalker's pretty good. I mean, you got Echo the Dolphin, duh.
By the way, what was the last God, what was the game you just said? Ninja Gaiden. What was the last Ninja Gaiden game?
Relatively recent.
Ninja Gaiden Black.
Like, not as far back as you would think. When was Black? It's like 2016, maybe?
Black?
Yeah.
Black was on the original Xbox, Scrub.
What the fuck am I thinking of that came out recently? There's one of them came out recently.
Let's see. Ninja Gaiden Sigma. I guess Ninja Gaiden 2 is in the 360. Yeah, that's about it.
Ninja Gaiden. Oh, there's some fucking. What is this? Ninja Gaiden Z.
Yeah.
For 2014.
Yeah, not even good at. No.
Ninja Gaiden 3 on the 360 PlayStation 3.
Oh my god, this Ninja Gaiden Z thing is like, this isn't even Ninja Gaiden, this is just another game with its like name slapped onto it.
That's the problem. But as I was saying, you've then got Castlevania Bloodlines, which is the only Castlevania game on the Genesis, but it is probably, in my opinion, which is, I know, the unpopular opinion, but I like it better.
It's okay. You can admit that you're wrong, Aaron. It's fine. It's the first step to seeking help.
I will never admit that I'm wrong on this. It's my fucking opinion.
And it's the wrong opinion. It's okay.
No. My opinion is it's better than Super Castlevania 4. Super Castlevania 4 is cool, but these guys have two different... How do I explain it? Like, you have two different characters, a better storyline, a closer to our time zone storyline as well.
Oh, yeah. I'll agree with you.
And the fact that you do have characters, you're not just using the Vampire Hunter the whole fucking time. I know that's... Like, everybody loves the fucking Vampire Hunter, but it gets kind of old just playing with the vampire hunter. I mean, the vampire killer. Why do I keep saying hunter?
Because you was a scrub.
Fuck off.
For show.
I mean, you have Space Harrier 2. That's a pretty decent shoot 'em up. And then you've got Shining Force.
Sorry, my bad. I just found something I was looking for.
Shining Force
Good.
is probably the best tactical like shooter like tactics ogre during of that time period.
Ogre?
Huh?
Ogre?
Tactics ogre? Have you not played Tactics ogre?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god! And you say you like Fire Emblem? The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, literally just Fire Emblem. I haven't played. I've played very little else. Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, XCOM. Like, this is basically my epitome of experience with tactics games.
I mean, this is probably for the Genesis and for that time period. That is the Mac Daddy of freaking tactical RPGs. I mean, and you got Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which some people think it's just a stupid game, but it's really a good.
Oh my god. I'm a
What?
fucking idiot. I'm an actual idiot. So I was sitting here, and all these
Details.
games kind of reminded me of an old arcade game. So I couldn't find it. So I was Googling around and found out the game I'm thinking of is Rampage. Rampage is really cool. Has Rampage had made anything new since the original?
Yes.
Turns out the movie Rampage that came out like within a year is based on that fucking thing. I never once connected the two. This is why I came out and just said I'm a fucking idiot. I never once even thought
Again,
of like this Rampage being connected to the old Rampage.
admitting it is the first step to finding help, man. We're here for you.
Okay, look,
We're here for you.
I will fucking choke you with my dick.
Don't threaten me with a good time, okay?
This actually makes me want to see this movie. I didn't give a fuck about it, but now that I know it's based on that shit.
I mean,
It doesn't look great to me.
It's whatever. I like the old Rampage enough to actually sit through it, probably.
As I was saying about Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, that's a great game in and of itself. It really is. It's a puzzle game.
You're going robotic.
It's one of those. Can you hear me now? Hello.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you went right back to
Can
robotic.
you hear me now?
Not really.
God damn it.
Oh, I think you're good now.
Am I good now?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, so Mean Bean Machine. As I was saying, it's a decent game for a puzzle game. And then you have freaking Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl is amazing.
That's one of those games like that might make it worth it by itself because you're not gonna fucking find it anywhere else.
I mean, Toe Jam and Earl is one of those games that you pick up because you remember playing it as a kid, and then you're like, yep, this game is still as fucking awesome as it ever was because of how retarded it was.
Yeah, it made no goddamn sense at all.
It was great, though. I mean, Comic Zone, I've never played it. But then you have Altered Beast. Altered Beast is another one of those that's just 10 out of 10.
So, the Altered Beast is what made me remember Rampage, which made me go, down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at this list of games, how much would you expect to pay for it? Because we've seen these things range, these like revamped consoles from $70 to like I think $115 for the PlayStation or something like that. How much would you pay for the Genesis Mini with this selection of games on it?
With just this selection of games, I would pay $100.
Just a confirmed list.
Just the confirmed list, I would pay $100.
Interesting.
Because, for one, Toe Jam and Earl is an expensive fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could probably get a rip of it and
well,
play it for free.
This isn't for people who want an emulator. These people want like an actual fucking dedicated box to play your shit, and that's one of those games where it's really fucking hard to find legitimately.
Yeah, this is what a nostalgia box is. What that is. It really is. It's for people who want to buy, something that's going to sit on their shelf to look nice and be able to play.
I think nostalgia is the only reason the Sega's even around today.
You really wouldn't be wrong at this point because it's literally just cashing in on fucking franchises.
I mean, it is cashing in on franchises. I won't deny that, but I wouldn't say it's the only reason.
I mean, yeah, they're a full publisher. They have like their own fucking games and shit, and they license out to other people. But you can't deny like bulk of their money comes from old IP.
Agreed. I completely agree. But
can you imagine where Sega would be without Capcom basically fucking holding their shit up by the goddamn balls?
Does Capcom even release shit that's not fighting games anymore? They still own Resident Evil?
They do.
Oh, so then they're good fun then.
Because like outside of that, I can't think of anything.
I mean, to be honest, I would pay $100.
What about you, man? What would you pay for it? Or if anything.
I don't know. I feel like I could go to a Chinese knockoff and find like you find this exact thing with 1,000 more games for way cheaper.
See
like for like 25.
That's my thing with all these like older revamped consoles. It's like you can find knockoffs with the exact same selection running like an Android emulator, and really not miss much of the experience.
I get that, but I don't know. I just
unless you are like really against, software piracy, I guess. Like if you really want like legitimate copies of your stuff, I could see it. But as someone where a fucking Raspberry Pi is $40 and can literally do all of these games, it's a tough sell for me above like $40, and it ain't gonna be that cheap.
Yeah,
I get that, but it's that I still feel like even though I know they're not gonna get the royalties on it or anything, it's one of those. I want to help the developer because these are
more likely that company doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, most of them don't exist. You're fucking barking up the wrong tree for that shit.
I do completely agree. I'm not denying that. You get what I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, I get it. It's supporting the
unless it's like an indie developer, I have no love. If it's AAA, I will not lose sleep at all.
I mean, yeah, as we've covered in this shit before, any fucking AAA publisher or developer is not worth following because they do not care. They will cash in on your devotion the second it fucking earns them a penny.
Agreed. I'm not denying. I just, you know what I mean? And I also like the fact that it is an actual licensed product by the company I can stick on the shelf and it will look nice, It's not a knockoff that looks like crap, even though it probably runs the game better, even though it was Chinese,
I say Chinese, but I don't know. There might be a sweatshop in Taiwan. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's AliExpress, man. It's all from AliExpress.
No, see, with the Chinese imports, a lot of that stuff is getting offset to Vietnam.
But you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, we understand. Is that it for topics, or are we good?
I mean, not really, but we can save them till next week.
Yeah. Minecraft beat Tetris as best-selling game of all time, which shouldn't surprise anybody. The game's been around forever and it's fantastic. If you don't own Minecraft, go buy it, go play it. It's basically fucking Legos at like its best form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cross-platform now, so you can play with your friends on any other fucking version of the game. You can share world. It's just great. It's your ultimate fucking sandbox game. Your original fucking survival bullshit thing.
So.
I mean,
At the end when you do this, you don't have to run through them. We can save them till next week.
that's what I'm
No,
thinking.
but that's a short topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
That's
Epic
more
Store,
of an announcement.
for the Epic Store, I think we will save for next week because that's still like ongoing, and their sale is still has some time left on it. So if you're interested in news about the Epic Store sales issues, we'll cover that next week.
Yeah.
Moon or Aaron, any last words?
Yeah. I mean,
I guess I don't get any.
honestly, like I said, I want to finish up this fucking topic because you guys kind of just huddled me out of it. I personally believe that this is like I'm excited for it.
It's hard to feel excitement when I think this is like the 15th time I've heard of a classic gaming console coming out with a meager amount of stuff. Where if that's a whole list, I know it's not, but like it's so easy to just get the exact same thing with like 1,000 more games.
Yeah,
I get it. I really do. I'm excited because that means I'm gonna have another one to stick on the shelf, and
It's a collection
most-
thing.
they do make great collector's pieces, if nothing else. Plus, you get like original controllers for some of them. Like they're nice.
well, as close to an original controller as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You don't get that nostalgia with an emulator. You really don't. And people are like, oh, you can buy the controllers to do the emulation. It's not the same. It really isn't.
I don't know what VCR Mini is, but if it's anything like a VCR and just smaller, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, the tape's just gonna fucking eat all your games. All your shit's gonna be so fucking recorded over. All you'll see is white static and fuzz. It'll be fantastic. I'd pay $50 for that.
I'm just saying, like, and it's not so much all the mini consoles and shit, because I really don't care about most of them. It's that this is Sega. Sega had a huge influence on my life. You know?
Gotcha.
That Sega is the nostalgia console.
Well, that'll be it for us. Moon, I will give you the final word for tonight.
Brian is homosexual.